The live button has literally just been pressed.
Okay, you're gonna eat a little bit before we
The
start?
video, yeah.
Alright, me too.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody listening.
Morning. Morning.
Good morning, witches and bitches, and all in betweens.
Morning, we pre-live.
Come on, Tina.
We are pre-live. Burp. Excuse moi. We are pre-live. Hopefully y'all can hear us. Or me, at least. Rook just went back on time. But yeah, so we're just kind of chilling out and hanging out before we get everything going. Got some new things set up today, too, that I am super excited about. And yeah, just realized I had some feedback there. My bad. So if you are in and you can hear me, please let me know. It looks like it's working, but with this stuff, you never really know. What is going on here? Sometimes this stuff gets on my nerves. There we go. Okay, good. And welcome in, Paranormal Witch. How is it going? It is freaking hot here. We'll have video up in just a second. A few minutes. Rook and I made some homemade stewed tomatoes last night to make my grandmother's signature mac and cheese. It was so good. Kitchen witchery is amazing. It is a beautiful but hot day out. No real topics so far, but Joy will be coming on, I think around noon, or maybe a little later. Some things we're going to talk about today is number one, mead. We are going to be making mead. Not on stream, unfortunately, because it's a bit much, but we are going to video the steps in the process and make a video about it. But yeah, so that's going to be exciting. There is a lot of birds o' prey flying around us, so Ma and Tina probably need to go in.
Damn it!
Oh, you have to shut the door. We are live, by the way.
Come here, Ma. Go,
So Rook gets mad at the dogs for running out because he didn't shut the door all the way.
Do we need any more incense?
Finn is out, if you saw him.
He's right under your chair, people.
Hi, Finn.
Hey, Finn. Hey, Bubba. Come here. Oh, I got him. I got him. Come on,
funny.
Tina. Inside. Come on, baby.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Do we need any more incense before we start? Come on. Come on, Tina.
If you want to grab a couple sticks, you can.
Come on, Tina. Come on. Tina. Come here, baby. No, big
Door's open. They're about to run back out. So funny. Yes, we do not start the video until 11 o'clock. But welcome in. We're getting all set up and shit. And we're eating very quickly. So one of the ideas, this is actually Rook's idea, of kind of going live on audio with our while we're waiting screen, just hearing the general chit chat while we get everything set up. Just for shits and giggles. but I cannot get him to sit down for like 10 seconds. So. And we have one sick dog, so we're managing it with her. And I am operating with a minor hangover, so I feel like shit this morning. But good. And yes, Paranormal, I responded to that. That was awesome. I love that. That was too cool. I do have to admit I feel bad because our little Mr. Finney is a little bit of an escape artist. The other Chi-Chi's Chihuahuas will, you know, they'll go outside and they'll relatively stay in place, but he will go directly out and go right out underneath the fence. And don't break it worse. And don't lead VG in between that anymore. Damn it.
Don't leave what?
Don't lead VG through the middle there anymore. Take her around.
I'm not leading him.
You're leading. Excuse me.
This is some forest.
We are going. Go ahead and light it. We'll have a couple. I'm going to do some charcoal with some copal and frankincense in a little bit, but not for a minute.
Copal is for my lady.
Yeah, just FYI, we are live but not video yet. And look, I want some feedback on my R.
Well, you did it.
Going live screen. A couple of things you're going to see on there. You're going to see this is a picture from the 6 Mile Slough, which is really close to where we live on one of the parks that we have around here. Gorgeous. You will see the Pondering Pagans logo that Malice created for us.
Thank you, Malice.
Woohoo! And then the rest of it is my poor attempts at using GIMP to create different things, which is
I gotta hook up my
juvenile at best.
so I can see people talking. I should probably bring out my computer, huh?
Or bring out your phone.
I have my phone. Oh,
Yeah.
that's true, right?
Because all I'm really looking for is the chat.
Oh. Yeah, me too.
But yeah, so it was very cool. I am still bloated from yesterday. I ate so much freaking food.
I wonder why you're eating all that chicken.
Well, I did. I ate a whole fucking half of the chicken. And I went out and got more mac and cheese. So yesterday we made our own stewed tomatoes, which was pretty cool. Still bloated from yesterday. I ate so much.
They turned that off. Okay.
We made our own stewed tomatoes. We made our own oven-dried tomatoes. They're like sun-dried, but not quite. They're so freaking good. And we got all this stuff from our Farmer Joe's. Our local farm market. Weren't that impressed, but man, I'm telling you, the tomatoes still had the dirt on them. And they're all super local. They're all, from the area, from our area of Florida, within a couple of miles. So it's really farm-to-table type stuff. I had so much fun doing and making those things. And then today, again, not on stream, but we are going to be talking about our mead that we're going to make. And we are going to get our camera and video out and make hopefully a video on the mead, on how we're going to make it. And we're making blueberry mead today. And then once we figure out how to get dandelion flowers, or tons of dandelion flowers, we're going to make dandelion mead. Thankfully, Joy's son is a brewmeister. What do you call him?
I forgot the term. I forgot the word.
Does his own beer, has his own beer stuff, makes his own beer for lots restaurants and bottles and in fresh and all that stuff. So he's given us some advice through Joy on how to make this work and how to cook it and how to get everything set up. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. And then I want to talk about a couple of. I'm going to talk about Lucy Cavendish again. We had a Lucy Cavendish deck last night, but I have another one, and I'm going to use it today for some of our discussion. And And then we have some toys and things that we bought from the what is it called? I don't want to use something and end up being racist or inappropriate. Oh, Rook isn't listening at all. Oh, this is how that's gonna go. Okay.
Well, that's nothing out of the normal. Okay, what
is
now?
it the Botanica? Is that what it was called?
Botanica.
Botanica. Not you too. Malice already got me last night on St. Martha.
Well, at least you weren't as bad as one a proprietor that called her Santa Mutra.
Mutra.
That I was like, oh wow.
And
yeah.
then just digging. That was fun.
I would not even say the name. That Mutra. At least you didn't say Mutra. Muerta.
Well, I mean, if you walk into it and say like me, I'm usually pretty good at pronouncing stuff, but not always. But pretty good. Our Chihuahua's trying to also eat the door at the same time. It's 3 minutes to live. We might as well go ahead and go live, huh?
We could. Why not? We got some things here going on.
We got some things. He's literally chewing the framing of the glass.
Oh my god. I hope today won't be like
Oh, no. Hey, you can't chew the wire. That's the heater.
I'll put him in his crate.
Yeah, he's got to go in his crate. Sorry, Finn. He's eating the heater wire on the fish tank. Poor thing. He just wants to be out with us like all of them. Let's see. Let me get our live screen up and see if I have it set up properly. I do. All right. If anybody's wondering, I'm already getting a boob sweat line. Cause, yeah. Got the Goe Shaman shirt, courtesy of Mr. Malice. Well, not courtesy. I paid for the shit. But I really like it.
I wore mine to work last week. You should have seen the looks there.
Is VG outside or did she come back in?
I don't know. I think she's out. I see her.
As long as she's resting, we keep an eye on her because she's not feeling good today. Poor thing. But we are video live now too, so.
Hey,
oh my
good
god,
morning.
you can see my underwear. I'm wearing teal.
Oh my god.
Nah, I don't really care as long as you don't. Well, actually, I think that might get us in trouble, won't it?
It could.
Will that get us in trouble with Twitch? I mean, YouTube. So. So yeah, we're gonna talk about a couple of things. Whatever, just like whatever last time. Who knows? I'm excited because we have a new camera set up.
A new camera.
So we took our main camera and lowered it a bit, and then we added a separate visual camera so you guys can see maybe a little bit better.
Did that show up?
Oops, wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Hold on, it just went blank. There it is. So now you can kind of see items and things that we're talking about. So this, what you're looking at is an iron key that we got yesterday at the Botanica. And so, yeah, I have a thing for keys. Like keys are a thing for me. That's so funny that my underwear showed on stream. Ooh, girl. It's that cooling kind too, because I'm a big boy. Not working very well. But anyway, I have a thing for keys, right? Probably went a little high on that one, but still, anyway, I'm just looking at the camera set. This is the first time we've used the camera set up this way. But okay, back to the key. I have a thing for keys. I really enjoy keys, whether they are symbolic or an actual thing or not. I like the idea that keys open things. They are locks. They are symbolic of moving into something or moving into a new gate or going through a new gateway. And when you look at the key itself, you can see the little teeth of the key at the bottom. They have a specific, what do you call it? Design, right? That only fits in a certain kind of lock. So it's just the idea of to do certain things, you may have to do certain things. So I really, really like keys. This is the biggest key I have ever found. That thing is a good 7 inches probably.
That's a good size.
I know how to eye the size.
That's a good size.
I'm just really good at it for some reason. And but yeah, so keys is a big thing.
All right, and
well, slow down, motherfucker. What kind of Sunday service is where somebody calls you a motherfucker?
Well, I kind of like it. So
did I hit something wrong? Oh, you know what? Is that am I pausing it? I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, okay. I thought I'd hit a button and made something screwy. We don't want to move too fast. I mean, it's only 11 o'clock on the dot, so we actually have quite a few things we want to share, and that was one of them. But I use keys in magic, so I'm going to use keys in some magic I'm going to be working on today. But they're going to be very tiny symbolic keys. I have a whole desk, like a box full of different kinds of keys. The last time I used an actual key in magic was actually work related again. It was, wow. So I had knowledge that a friend was going to lose her job where I worked. And I wanted to make sure that she had a soft landing, and that's the soft landing is a place to go or make sure that she doesn't lose like the things that are necessary. You don't go without food or without, you have kids to support. So a soft landing, I did some magic work with keys to make sure that she had a key to a new job and a key to a continued safety and security and, shelter and all that stuff. And I'm about to do it again for the same reason.
For someone else? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
For 6 people.
That's good.
Or 30 people. I mean, you can do the key magic for anything. I like it because it's really focused on, making sure that, or putting energy out there that gives somebody the support and things that they need to make sure doors unlock easy for them that are appropriate. So I just love that kind of magic and that kind of stuff. So I'm doing it a little differently this time, though. Instead of just using the keys in a ritual, and then I hung the key for 30 days at the door with the rest of our keys until I knew things were good. Mm-hmm. This one's going to be built into a pouch, and I'm going to be sewing the pouch together with some herbs and some other things, and just keeping it with me until certain things occur, and then going from there. I think that'll be fun.
Have you ever used a key?
30 days. Sorry, Paranormal Witch was...
Oh.
I let it hang for 30 days. Just for a month. But yeah. So it was nice. I mean, it was something... And it wasn't even somebody that worked with us. It was just a friend that needed to make sure that they were going to have things go together. So it's just something... And you can do that kind of magic with, I think, for all different kinds of things. People are looking for something... new or something that's more appropriate for them, or they want to do something a little different. You can do key magic to help unlock doors for them or for yourself. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Have you ever used a key for divination?
I have not. I didn't know you could. I don't know how that would work.
Like as a pendulum? Make your own with a key?
VG's laying just a little bit in the camera. That's cute.
Hey baby. Sorry,
she's not feeling well today, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the key. I enjoy key magic.
Never done it personally, but I would like to use it as a pendulum. Oh, excuse me.
Oh my God.
Sorry, baby.
Well, VG's sick, and now she also got stepped on.
Sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Can you move the...
Move what, where?
The thing you just moved.
Uh-huh.
The whole thing is off center now.
This?
Yep.
Sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Did I get your tail? Oh.
That poor dog.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me?
Of course she does. But she was so restful, probably feeling a little better. All the other dogs stopped making noise.
Yeah, they did.
They're worried about their sister. She was screaming in pain. Did you just roll your eyes at me?
Did I do it visibly?
Yeah, and you did it on purpose. Visibly. I'm not dumb. So now you can talk about the horseshoe. Tell us everything you know about the horseshoe.
Well, we are going to cleanse it and put one on each door for protection. And these actually, if you can see it, they still have the nails in them.
Yeah, where they were removed. That's pretty cool.
It's kind of cool. So, the protection and spirit of the horses that wore them will be with us. I don't know a lot about horseshoes. Other than
yeah, but you just made the thing all crooked again. It's like a bull in a china shop.
Yep.
And it is hot as crap out here.
It is hot. We may have to move into the inside next time.
No, I'm not moving. Yeah, next time maybe, but I'm not moving any of this shit. So maybe next time. I can hear Finn jumping. So I got my little.
Have you ever worked with horseshoes? Has anyone ever worked with horseshoes?
Yes.
Magically. I usually work with candles and herbs.
But I'm not moving any. I don't know. Have you? So, what would I know about horseshoes? I don't know much. I have heard and seen them. They are made of, particular ones are made of iron, or maybe even an alloy type of something. I'm not 100% sure on that. But there is some discussion that I looked up about whether you hang them with the shoe facing down or up, so that was interesting. They are definitely for protection of entrances. It is said that a lot of negative energies cannot cross iron. One of the things you have to be careful of, though, is if you put iron up on all of your entrances and exits of your home, and you are the person creating the negativity, that energy is going to be stuck in there with you. Mm-hmm. So there's some theories and some discussion of putting them up. No, I can hear him. Ben is so sad. But of, putting them up and cleansing them and using them to ward out negativity, but then periodically taking them down, re-cleansing them, and re-putting them back up.
Hi, PW's kids.
No, I didn't see that.
Hi.
I'm slow. VG, stay away from the... She's sniffing the camera.
And moving it.
It's crooked and I don't care now.
It's obviously the way it's supposed to be. Crooked because it's done 1, 2, 3 times.
Yeah, but it stayed perfectly fine when I was putting stuff on it and using it.
That's the spirit of VG making it how she wants it.
Is it not maybe the chaos energy that you project constantly?
It could be.
That's what I would gather. But anyway. So, that's what we're going to do with the iron. That'll be interesting. And I wouldn't say that that's necessarily like a specific spiritual thing or a ritual practice. It's a superstitious and folklore probably a little bit more than it is like actual witchcrafty. Now using the nails in a sour jar, which we have, and I need to bury mine very soon. That kind of stuff is where it would be used. The railroad spikes. They have a superstitious and a pagan, thing on them. Dealings, whatever you call it. Now the other one's squealing. Poor thing.
Oh, she looks so sad.
Do you see her? She's making her little noise. I see one eyeball and one ear shaking. Ma. She's so cute. I swear it makes me sick. I'm feeling guilty and I'm trying not to feel guilty.
Don't look at her. That makes it worse.
Yeah, but now she's making the noise. I can't not look at her. Oh, that baby. I have to let her out.
Hey, so anybody paranormal witch, have you ever worked with horseshoes, iron, or keys, anything like that for protection or in any other way? Or anybody else in the chat?
She went to run out and I went to pick her up and she stopped and her back in like hopped up.
Oh, ma petite.
Oh. Oh. This little thing, my love. Oh, not in the mouth.
There is some weird energy going on with this full moon. My boss sent me text messages from 10:11 a.m. until 6 p.m. last night, and I really hope it's not going to continue through today. Here she go texting now, Happy Easter.
Just ignore.
I am.
Or send her a message back that says, Yostre appreciates your ability to lay eggs. You got my petite, I got my little witchy dogs.
Like, there's definitely emotional stuff going on with this full moon. I've
Can I
noticed
borrow
it
this?
building up this week at work. Don't you tear up Patrick's hat.
I didn't tear it up. I'm just putting it on my... She won't let me. Ma, why wouldn't you wear Patrick's hat? Because I need my own hat.
I mean, I've noticed it myself. I've been irritated and cranky
Me
most
too.
of the week and just drained emotionally and giving emotional responses to things that shouldn't be at work, that should be professional, normal, operating procedure, and just every little thing is like causing a emotional response in me.
Yeah, and we talked about that probably quite a bit yesterday.
Yeah.
And it showed up in the original, the yesterday's Saturday spread. It really is. Energy's really still screwed up, but it's action energy now. Like, we really need to start working on actions that we're saying we need to do instead of just planning. We did a lot of planning. There was time for planning during COVID. All those things, planning happened. Now it's time to do.
COVID.
Yeah. I mean, COVID's still a thing. It's a lot less now, thankfully.
It is, but I think we're at the point now where it should be getting to more like the flu. You don't want to be vaccinated, fine. But if you get within, depending on where you work or where you are, if you're risky or put someone else at risk, just wear a mask if you're close to them. I know in Florida, our mask stuff has really, thank God, been reduced drastically. It's time to move out of this 2-year pattern of increase, decrease, increase, decrease.
I feel guilty now because I have one chihuahua out. The
Hey,
other
Tina.
one is well, she's not now, but there she goes. She is mean mug staring me down because I have one outside and she's not out. You better go take care of that dog.
Come here, Tina.
And thank you, Evoluge Tescala, if I said that correctly. Yes, she is this is a sweet one. We have 4 of these guys. And then one big girl that's been running around, but she's moved herself because somebody stepped on her.
I'm
So
sorry.
she's staying out of the way a little bit.
Come here, Tina. Come here. Oh.
Alright, so let me...
Hi, Nemo.
We'll turn that off just so we have our regular camera up. That's your big...
My name's Big Tina.
Oh, these guys. They make life for real. Fun for real. So iron. We were talking about iron. We were talking about, have you guys used anything like that?
Big Tina.
In your practices, or have anything to add on the iron? I don't know a whole lot about it, just what I've read, quickly and seen in TV. I mean, I've seen a couple, if I remember correctly, like Supernatural and probably Buffy or Angel or TV shows where iron was, or horseshoes specifically, were put over doors. Keys I know a little bit more about.
Hey, baby.
Honey, stay out. Come here. Yeah.
Paranormal Witch, these are our kids. We have 5 kids. 4 Chihuahuas and 1 Samoyed.
Show your face, honey. Come here. So this girl's sick right now. She's not feeling very good. You're not feeling good, honey. I know.
Big Tina.
I know. Go drink some water. I feel guilty. She's having a hard day today and yesterday, so we'll have to keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we would like to say that it's because, she's just not feeling well. However, we know it's because she has eaten, somehow, little single-use packets of butter. I found she threw a bunch of those up. She took... Okay, is anybody outside?
Not that I know. You got Ma, I got Tina.
Okay, yeah, don't let them down. That's not, I mean, that's not a bird of prey, but that's attention on the house. So see over there, you can see them circling.
I hear owls too.
And owls, yeah.
They're going.
So,
Woo,
probably safe, ma petite, but she's only 3.5 pounds, 3.7 pounds.
Nah,
Maybe she got a little bigger.
about 3.94.
No, I'm not. You're saying I'm fat. I'm not fat. But yeah. Let's see. Yes. 5 is a lot for sure. Paranormal. That's neat. I need to. We'll ask him if he hops in today, or we'll talk. I'm gonna ask him about that at some point because I've always heard iron is really good at repelling negative energy, almost like a magnet would. You know, 2 positive poles and a magnet would repel each other, like really strongly. I've never used iron specifically in a spell or anything that I've done before. I've used things that just happen to be made of iron, like keys. I use a lot of keys, and most of them are iron that I use. So that'll be interesting. And yes, Malice, cauldrons are always good to have a good cast iron cauldron. We have a little mini one right here.
I'm going to show that one. Speaking of,
we have what's called, and I can't ever remember what it's called. I keep calling it a poji pot. I'm not sure if that's what it's called or not. But it's basically a cauldron with a lid and feet on it, and it does an amazing job to burn fire and stuff in. We use it for fire.
you won't be able to see it under there, huh?
Yeah, you might just have to hold it up. And then this is the cauldron that we share with our tribe. So this cauldron goes across many different people. We currently have it. And Joy will probably take it and use it for something at some point, and it'll just kind of go around between the tribe. So, pretty cool. That one we need to take a little bit better care of.
Yeah, we do.
But we have used that. Joy has been using that for many, many years and spreading it throughout the tribe even before us, and now we have it currently. And then ours is inside, which was, I think, like $90. It wasn't super expensive. I got it on Amazon, and it's yay tall. It's a big one. It's probably 2 gallon, 3 gallons worth. But if I had to tell somebody
you can see it
that they needed a tool, it would be you don't need any tools. But the one tool I would say is probably the most important is some kind, no matter how big it is, some kind of cast iron, because you can do fire in it, you can do incense, you can do liquid, you can do all kinds of stuff. Like when it's really windy outside and I need candles outside, if I'm doing some magic out in our backyard or at the thing, you can put your candles inside the cast iron pot and they'll stay going. But she wants to go in now. You hot, honey?
We really got to figure out how to do something. It'll probably be Facebook Live from the land.
Yeah.
We need to get out there, and even if we have to record it.
Does anybody know if you can do YouTube from your phone live? That'd be an interesting, getting off topic, but
yeah.
But yeah, that would be interesting to know if we could do YouTube live, because I wouldn't want to change platforms for that.
But it'd be really cool just to be out on the land. It's away from everything. There's snakes, pumas, and we found the bones of a boar out there. Really cool. That'd be really cool to do one out there. Yeah.
So Sot, that is it. Correct. They are definitely stacked rocks. They are of a druid persuasion. Our friend Joy will be here today. She was here last week with us, but she actually made them and gifted them to us as part of her celebrant work as a druid with the OBOD, which she is now a full druid and celebrant. She has completed that path work and continues to grow with that, which will be really cool. And we can ask details from her when she comes. But she gifted these to us, and last Sunday. Oh, this fan. Did you let her in?
Who?
Fiji. She wanted to go in. She disappeared. Oh, okay. So yeah. They each have their own marking or their own reasoning, and they're for our grove. Now we have land. We wanted to talk about that actually this week, didn't we? We wanted to talk about that last night, Malice. That's where it came from. We were supposed to talk about having land and working through it, but that didn't happen. But anyway, so yes, they're for pathways, they're for markings, but they also do have some magical purpose. Now, these I'm not 100% super familiar with yet, so we're still learning it. Like, this is new to us.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That might be Joy.
I think we have a company. We do.
We have a Joy. Is she coming in? I left it unlocked for her.
Well, I'm not going to leave her on the porch. I locked it.
You locked it? Oh. I didn't mean to leave her on the porch, jerk. Oh, yeah, well, obviously I forgot too. Ma, just stay out. She is, look at those hackles. She is on alert. She's coming back here, you guys. But yeah, so they represent a lot of things. So I don't know if you can see, I think you can see, I don't want to, hold on one second. I don't want to put her down out here because of the hawks and the... Hi. So the, yes, you can't see them. Let me move the candle here. So right here you have the two pathways. So these are the gatekeepers to the grove or to the circle. And then we have the guardian. And I don't know which ones are which anymore because we did it last week and I've forgotten it, but I have it written down and printed out inside. And then you have spirits of the ancestor, the tribe, journey, place, and time. You have ancestor stone and center or focus stone, which is this one right here. And so she made I believe it was, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 9 stones, and gifted them to us to use as we see fit. Yeah, 9. With the basic instructions, guys. Tina. With the basic instructions of, where they are and what they do. And so the theory is with these is when you are working in Druidry, you have your sacred grove, which is much like a, like your astral place that you go for protection, or I call it your astral circle, right? So if you're not able to get to a place of land where you have your circle, then you do the light body exercise and you do the work with hold on, I'm gonna have to let these guys in because I can't think while they're barking like this. All you inside, I cannot think. All right, so now sorry guys. They'll stop barking after they remember who Joy is and they'll be fine. But anyway, so the idea with these stones is we're going to use them either at our house or at our land to kind of mark the circles and the progressions and the things of our home. But also, we're going to potentially use them even here and learn them. And then when you go to your sacred grove in your mind during your light body exercises or your meditations or your workings, you visualize each of the stones and you pay respects for each one to whatever it is that you're trying to do. So for example, you're always going to go through the gateway stones and you're always going to look at the focus stone to focus. But let's say you need help from ancestors. Let's say maybe you feel you need help from tribe. Or maybe you need help with your journey. Those are you go to the specific stones for those, and then you make decisions and work with that particular magic at that stone or at that location. So that's kind of how we perceive them and we use them. So
no babies.
Yeah, they gotta stay in. We have some hawks and hey!
I have something who wanted to come to play.
How are you?
This is the they. Here.
This is the
There's
day.
Miss
You can
Joy.
play. You can.
Oh. Alright, so Brad, before I bring this on camera, let's move your horseshoe. And I don't know if he's going
Miss
to
Joy.
show up very well on our little camera setting here, but I'm going to put him here for a minute.
Oh, cool.
And Miss
You guys
Joy.
can see that.
Okay, so
No. No.
he will eat you. They will eat you. Also, this is from Heather from our gathering at, I guess it was at their house. It must have been Equinox. For you and
Awesome.
Brooke. They are to
Yes.
connect with the divine feminine because that's the energy we were working through at the time. Your colors.
I love that.
you got it set up, hey?
Yes, we were keeping it set up for now. People were just asking, so we're gonna ask some questions about it.
I'll put those
Okay.
on to show.
Smell good. Yeah, hold on. But yes, we
They-
will, but
they-
not right now.
They are.
Not right now?
They're,
I just put the dragon.
they're soy. So
That is so
That is
cool.
really cool how she made them.
did you? Of course you did. You got the.
We
everything.
circled and we cleansed and we got
Okay.
some incense going.
Okay.
We can't
So
see
I'm
the-
going
Hey
to.
Patrick, you got a baby. You got a friend today to play
Yeah,
with.
you do, Patrick.
So I'm gonna see where we are real quick. YouTube for phone. Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna have to figure that out. The Goishamon shirt is a mouse is gonna have to answer that because I don't know exactly where it is. I'm assuming so. So now, real quick, I'm going to turn on that camera and see what we can see. Oh, it's hard to see him.
You want me to move him
I mean,
a
he's
little?
big enough that we probably can just show him.
Put him in the
Okay.
center
Yeah,
here.
put him in the circle. So
May I pick you up?
Of course.
that is so freaking awesome. I don't know how in the world you do. Oh, hold on, I have to turn this off. So this, does he have a name yet?
It's they. Remember they.
Does
And
that do they?
it's for us as far as I'm determined to give, but it has
Okay.
to be combined. So I'm at a loss yet. Give it a sideways, because
That is freaking amazing.
Am I got it in the view correctly?
Yeah, down just a little bit. Yeah. So, I don't think I will ever be able to do that kind of crafting. But I'm certainly.
and the wings sparkle.
I mean, that is that to me is commissionable. You could probably
it-
survive
it-
your
it-
entire life on the
yeah,
funds from it.
it took me.
So when you're done, we need to commission a couple of dragons when you have time.
You tell me what you want, and it's done.
Because I have a friend of ours that I know would just probably fall out of his chair for that.
Okay.
And for us too, but I don't want to be
It,
greedy.
that, because of the
It'd be for
scales
somebody
and
else
everything, took me about a week and a half to 2 weeks.
God,
to
that is
do
just
that.
crazy.
And he's got sparkly. They have sparkly wings.
Yeah.
They.
In
With
light,
eyes.
it's iridescent and everything else.
Yes, Paranormal and Evoluge. Please tell me if I'm saying that correct. Both are talking about gorgeous and beautiful. But yeah,
see the
she
wool.
makes that, and you make that with
Wool.
wool.
It's all wool. Yeah.
God, it's insane.
That is.
And you guys have probably seen Patrick. He's been with us for a while back here. And sorry, Patrick, if I just squeezed you.
Put 'em in.
Who's the same? So
Oh,
He
yes.
fits right there.
Yes.
Perfect.
that is.
Wanted to come
too
out to
freaking
play in the
cool.
worst way. You should see. All right,
Oh
he's
my
not
God.
done yet, but
Mom.
the tortoise I'm working on.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm gonna put these under.
There's no I just couldn't even.
I mean, his face is not even together yet.
But you know exactly. You can tell exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that is freaking gorgeous. Thank you. Oh, Evie, okay. Whichever you prefer is fine with me. I'll probably get it backwards or mix it up anyway at some point because, that's kind of how I do stuff.
And that's the front of you. Yeah, that was the other day.
She's so
She was
cute.
talking to Teddy. That's her Teddy.
Yeah.
And she was just talking. So,
Oh.
And we have a couple of them. We have a kitchen witch inside somewhere.
Yes, my kitchen witch. Patrick has put her up to hiding. My witch. He's put her up to hiding.
She's gotten a little hidey.
Patrick.
So he says that's his way.
He just he creeps me out a little bit with the eyes.
He
Like,
watches you.
They
no
are.
matter where you sit, his eyes are
it's
on
just
you.
Like, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's just,
Anywho. So yes, the dragon is freaking gorgeous. Complete with the tendrils. I've been reading a lot about dragon, as a
I
matter
know
of fact.
you've been. And I think that's
This
why
is-
they wanted to come, because it clearly I was sitting out having my coffee and they said, I want clay.
Wanna play?
I want clay.
Wanna play?
And I'm going, okay, I better, because if I don't, I
You come
will-
home to a mess.
I will. It'll just not be right in the house, and we'll do that. As I was called to wear Larimar today,
Ooh.
big time.
I have a Larimar sphere.
That is pretty. Oh,
And it has to be
And
close.
that's a really good, high quality piece. It looks like the damn
beautiful.
ocean.
I have to be honest, like, to me, Larimar is probably one of the prettiest stones that there is.
Absolutely.
There's no question.
And the energy of it is just
so pretty.
so water and soothing. It's like your pool, you know.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm going to go grab a piece of Larimar down too.
Larimar.
So what's been going on? Tell me, catch up?
We kind of just started. We've just been talking, and some. Let me
What
see
were the
who-
questions about the?
Oh,
Oh, wait until.
Exot had asked earlier or commented. So I've always known the stacked rocks cairns. Is it cairns?
Carnes, yeah.
Cairns
Mm-hmm.
to mark pathways and such.
Mm-hmm.
But do they have a magical practice? I see them on your altar cloth. So her question.
Okay.
The question was, do they
Are
have
we
a
on? Or,
do they have a magical practice for the stones?
yes.
The cairns.
Very much so. Very, very much so.
Yeah, some people were asking about the stones specifically, a little bit more about what their magical property is.
Stones are record keepers. They tell the stories of the earth before we were ever around and know them. But when placed in a circle, the Druids used that energy to hone in the land this way on a vertical aspect and horizontally. So we're doing the cross quarters, solstice and equinox, but we're using the center as an axis mundi for grounding. And the cairns in particular are built like this, and they are portals, pathways. A lot of people were placed under them after they had passed, and the bodies were allowed to decompose and go where they will, but it's like the door opens to the other world, going where it needs to go. But each one of these is, as we did last week, a method of going within to see the journey, or to work with the soul level.
Nice.
That's pretty much it.
I love those stones. I want to make our own set at some point.
Good morning, Melvin.
Hey, Melvin. Melvin.
Fiji, you've been rolling in the dirt, girl.
She is not feeling good. We have to keep a close eye on her.
Uh-oh.
Her tummy's not feeling good.
Yeah, she's acting a little strange, and she's got some other doggy GI issues that we've been
Yeah.
trying to manage, mostly successfully.
Yeah.
She threw up a couple times this morning, so we're just keeping a really close eye on her.
Yeah.
Make sure she's
How you
good.
doing?
Melvin, glad you're here. I do want to ask you a question at some point, which is, Rook and I don't know a ton about iron, and we were sharing earlier our iron key and some horseshoes and nails that we got from a Botanica, in our limited understanding, and wanted to know if you had any insight
You got more
on the use of
keys?
iron. I did.
This one.
Oh, now
Solid
see,
iron.
this is
That is the key.
that's what I was talking about last
That is a
week.
key.
Yes,
You don't like that?
Yeah.
but you are correct on the unlocking.
Do you want to? Let me see if I can stick it in here because I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
getting ready to do a.
Oh, sorry. Oh, we want to do our copal.
Yeah.
I love copal.
So do I.
I love it.
Yep.
You know, copal is probably my least favorite.
Well, we can say that
This is-
about the
That's a vagina.
Asafoetida.
Yes, we can.
Asafoetida. Hing, 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 hing.
Well, whatever it is, it doesn't smell good to me.
I don't know how long the delay is, so I don't know if Melvin is going to hear the question, or if he has anything he wants to share, or if he even feels like sharing anything. So,
as far as iron goes and fairy and all the myths surrounding that, and from what I have gleaned from working with them and with what John Matthews says, is that
every time I look in, she yells at me.
They prefer the magical metals, which is copper, silver, and bronze. And iron, they're not opposed to it. It doesn't repel them like the myth goes, but it is to them. When we went into the Iron era, we went into rape and pillage of the earth.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
And that's the
It makes me sad.
most that I know about it. Now, iron is
Brad, why are you sitting like that?
Like what?
Like you're in church.
I'm just trying to have good posture and listen.
I know you better than that.
What?
I'm trying to suck in your gut.
Well, it's not working.
Iron is related to Mars also,
Yeah, I can see that.
and on the alchemical level, that's
I need to do some because we're. I think we talked about this last week a little bit too. We're documenting a lot of stuff.
the pendulum.
Pendulum cloth. And we must show that after
We absolutely
the
will.
candles.
I haven't gotten to those yet. The candles are next.
This is
But
easy to hold.
yeah, it feels good too.
Yes.
But yeah, so what was I gonna say? There's something in my brain. Do you hear him?
Is that Finn? Oh, where is Fiji? Fiji? Okay, she's lying down.
Yeah, we're just keeping on her. So, God, I had something I was gonna say about iron. I think it was, but I don't remember. This is definitely not. So let me, maybe tell us a little bit about Joy, if you can. The two candles that we are just putting up.
Did you put them up?
So you were telling us that Heather had made them as part of
when part of our keys is Heather and Steve, very good circle mates, and at Equinox we went to their house and did a working. Probably was our first working, and Equinox is the balance time, but she is of the heathen path, and she wanted to work with, oh my goodness, it wasn't Freya, it was a lady of the harvest and so forth, and we were planting seeds, and so she made each one of us a candle in the shape of the female, which is the divine feminine, and we all blessed these. So these were blessed for you in circle with the intention of planting seeds and so forth. They've been on my altar because I haven't seen you. Then I forgot to bring them last week.
I think that's awesome, and we'll have to make sure we tell her we appreciate that because we were supposed to go and we had to back out last minute. But I want to do some very specific workings. Now they can't see it, Brad, because that. And if you want to do that, I can just tell me. I can turn it off. Yeah, cause see, you're holding it in the center. There's the video.
Your center wasn't centered, Brad.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh, Melvin said iron is good for protection, not only an earth metal but a space metal. I know some people hang up iron around the house to keep negative energies out. Horseshoes being an example of that. Well, we had.
And so we have the two horseshoes that were used and actually have them fully pulled, and we are going to hang them over our back and front doors.
I have two that I do for that purpose.
You know, I'm thinking because I want to hang the key too. So I'm wondering if the horseshoe out of the garage front door and this back door, and then the key at the front door.
I have some sigils for you that Heather
Oh.
gave me that need to go at every door, and they're strong, and they protected me, my home through the last big, was that Irma? The last big hurricane we had?
Irma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in a mobile home. We had to evacuate, but I came back, and it's, we had a lot of people pushing that out of the way. But there was not one single bit of damage on the home at all. Nothing. So I swear by these. So I will send them to you.
Yeah, we'll
You
use
put them either on wood or leather, and it's best, there is this thing about blood magic, and I do use it for protection of home and stuff. So I on the back
Brick.
drop of blood and
Well,
that.
we still have the wood discs over there that we need to use, so that might be a good something we can scribe on them. We have wood burning iron.
Yeah, and you can bury them as long as they're there, but they work, and it's for wherever there's an opening to the home door wise.
Yeah, Melvin said iron won't ward off supernatural beings.
No.
Meteors that crashed into the planet have iron, so it's perfect for as above and so below.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of good sense. Thank
I
you,
like
Melvin.
that. Yeah, he's got more too. It's sign of the warrior, connected to Mars Aries, which we talked about. Empowering, fighting, finding strength and confidence, using it in those kind of workings. I think that's awesome. That's
good. Thank you. That's
good information. I'm gonna have to include that because that's what I was going to say earlier. We've been writing doing a lot of journaling. And you're getting into it, starting to write stuff down when you do tarot or when you do workings with certain things and how you feel.
I've been doing that.
And
Absolutely.
we're then translating that. Same thing with the YouTube stuff that we've done, like for the spider, which is we're going to release that one tomorrow or Tuesday.
Cool.
And then we did the otter and all these other things that we've been doing. We're writing them into a grimoire. And so now that we have the iron horseshoes and the key, we want to write into those two things into there, but we haven't experienced them yet, so we're going to do that first. If you want to trade that out,
The pendulum cloth or something
I'm
else?
going to do something else first.
Okay.
So
I will. Oh my goodness.
Turtle.
The turtle.
That is
yes.
really
Joy gave me this
Yes.
last year,
Yes.
so we're going to put that up there.
Okay.
My Larimar sphere. It's all I could afford.
Thank you, Heather.
It's not cheap.
Thank you.
I got a few really good
What's your turtle?
One more
jewelry cab this quality that have been waiting.
One thing I
To
love
have
about this
something.
piece is that there's some imperfections.
Yes, those are not imperfections though. My Larimar guy says that's
Part of the Larimar.
yes, it's the crystallized. It's the what are they? The
And then
base structure. On that.
This is just ice sliced piece.
Yep.
It's not tumbled or anything.
Yeah.
And this to me is like glacier magic. Like if I was doing
It
something,
is.
I love this. All right.
See, that I could wrap very easily for you.
Yeah. See, this is to me. This
That
is
would
something
be
that
so
I would want
cool.
in a pendant, but I don't know what I want it wrapped with. Like to me, I was actually thinking of using like twine.
Okay, because
Because I don't know
with
that I
things
want-
like that, it would be the copper, probably silver,
that would
or
be cool.
bronze.
I think-
Bronze. Ooh.
Well, the thing is for me when I was looking at it is like metal doesn't feel right to me for this piece, and silver feels too jewelry to me, and I have a piece of Larimar in jewelry, so I wanted some almost more like making a carryable talisman.
So you're talking like a macrame.
Yeah, either that or even thought about, but I'm not going to do this because I don't like plastic, but something like using a resin and making it into or building it into stained glass or something like that. I just don't know how that stuff works. Like
Resin?
if I had a coin
Yeah.
like the size
well,
of
yeah,
this,
you can have resin, but
and
I
and
wouldn't
this
do
was-
resin with that. It's going to
Yeah.
shut out all the energy.
and that's the whole reason why I'm like no
Yeah.
plastic. Resin's plastic, so but like this, and then just have it built in with like shells, some sand, and thing. I just don't know how I'm going to make it work. Resin would make it look beautiful, but I think it would ruin the energy.
Then I would go with a
But
wood
put
piece
that one up there.
and
Like carve out maybe a piece of it that it fits in.
just a little bit. Yes, you'd have to glue
actually
it,
is-
and that's not.
That'd be okay
that's
gluing
okay.
it.
Yeah, and then we need to go to the beach soon, and
Yes.
we need to.
Do me a favor before you sit down. Can you just move them all to the red side? Because the blue washes it out on the camera. I know you don't see it really well on the camera.
Can you get? Can you see
Yeah.
them?
Perfect.
What about? Can you see them all like this?
Yep.
Yeah, they do blend into blue very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, they're
need
immediately
some-
camouflaged.
I need some beach things for my
Yes.
journal. To
Yeah. Yes.
Embellish.
Yes.
Why
Yeah.
don't we go to the beach today?
We're gonna cook.
Yeah, that too.
It's
I'll go without
East,
y'all.
it's
Go, bitch.
Easter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm sorry.
I don't think that would be a good idea today.
What, to go bitch?
To go to the beach. I meant beach.
No, you didn't.
Came out another way. Sorry, YouTube. I told Brian go bitch.
One of the most
I'm at
important
beach.
things in my life has always been going to the beach, and I have not gone lately, and I need to go.
Well,
Yes,
should
we
plan
all
a day
did
to
that.
go.
Yeah,
Nighttime is always a good
it's
time for me to go, so that might happen.
well, it's your schedule. Both of your schedules.
Yeah, and you know what's really funny? I was thinking. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry, I unpaused that on accident. Where's my lighter?
Oh, I'm supposed to have this paused and I can still see the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So don't waste your stuff. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah,
Schedule.
that's one of the things that I think is really messing me up right now. I want to be a
mean,
night nurse again, but then I don't have
Then you
nights.
would
I
have-
don't have nights off to do what I want to do because you're working. But I don't want to work. That's where I'm at. I just don't want to fucking work.
Yeah.
I want to
get
do.
that.
I want to
get
do
that.
this stuff all day, every day, nothing but.
I get that.
So y'all send me money or something.
Ah?
I'm just kidding. That doesn't feel good.
No.
All right, paranormal. We understand. That is definitely a priority. I really like having this. Oh, he is so pretty.
See, when they came to me, they kept putting the wings up like that, as if to say, "Go higher. You can do this. Go higher." So.
Well, I like how some of the wing sparklies are on his back now too, and I'm sure that's a morph.
It's from flying.
Is that a mushroom ring? That is cute.
Yes.
That is cute.
Heather gave me that.
That is cute.
I have a little mushroom man for you, for your altar. I didn't bring him because he's
I have a
sitting
thing for
with the mouse
mushrooms.
and the rider.
We have a couple. We got something from
I know you do.
Cole, Nick,
Okay, yeah,
that they made and they sold.
yeah,
On
yeah,
our,
yeah.
on our Earth altar.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to come up with. So, but yeah, I thought that was really cool. I love stuff like that.
See, with him, they are completely posable, so you can, which is cool.
That is crazy to me.
You
so
can
you
pose
just
them.
tell, yeah.
But let me tell you, if they like this one, if he doesn't like the way you do it, he's gonna change it. Yeah, he will.
They do. So you tell me what you want, and I will definitely, because they are fun to make. They are awesome.
Well, I know for me, I would love to have an Earth dragon,
That's easy.
like emeralds and greens and browns and deep reds and it's just.
Got so many.
magic
That's
for
my
Earth
color
dragon.
palette. Yeah.
And then, but that would be the selfish version for me first. The person that I have in mind, I'd have to find out.
Well, you get a special rate, you know.
Well, we shouldn't. If we're commissioning it to gift it to somebody, we don't want one. But maybe for ours, we appreciate it. But
Yeah, no. Well,
You
for
don't need
you,
to.
it would be an exchange.
We want to
you
pay
know,
for your.
no.
time.
We would do an exchange.
energy.
The barter thing. That's fine.
Excuse me. I'm excited too about the mead stuff. So I have your recipe, but I don't have the blueberry. The blueberry is different, so I don't know how to make it work all together. So we'll have to figure that out.
The blueberries in there.
Is it?
Yeah, the
Maybe I just
blueberries
missed it.
recipe.
Or actually, what I probably did is I just printed out the mead one and then stuck it in the box and didn't.
Right. No, the blueberry one is in the information that I sent you.
Maybe that's why you're sick. She's eating a gecko.
Yeah, that could be why.
Oh.
The black ones make her sick. The green ones are good.
You don't see too many green ones around.
No.
They're
Fiji, leave him alone. Oh, that hurts me.
Speaking of dragons.
Or maybe it's a spider because it's making her jump. Why is she jumping like that?
No, it's a gecko. Leave that alone.
Fiji.
It's a gecko. Come on. Let him out. No, BG. No. Let that baby out. Come on.
She's obviously not feeling that bad.
Come on.
No.
Come here,
No.
baby. Leave that.
How is she doing in doggy daycare?
Well, day one she hurt herself.
How'd she do?
Hit her jaw on the thing, and they thought she had broke a tooth out or something. And I didn't see anything, and the bleeding stopped. They had to bathe her though because she was bloody.
Oh, well, that's...
And it's interesting because we get a report card on her like how she's doing, and she's doing well. Like she's enjoying it. She's cuddling with some of the other dogs and playing with them. But they say she's actually a really shy dog, which
Really?
I did not expect. Very shy, relatively anxious, which that I can see. So some behavioral traits that I did not expect from her, but I'm glad she's able to go and she's enjoying it. I work from home this whole week, so I'm gonna be home with her. But she's got to go at least 1 or 2 days because now when he leaves, she for an hour she is mad. She wants to go see her friends. She wants to go to school. That's what we're calling it.
It's okay, baby.
It is school.
It's okay.
It is school. It's very much school.
Yeah, and they have training and bathing and all that, so we're gonna take them up on all that stuff. And
Do you have a pay? I'm gonna try to help that little gecko out.
yeah, she's not gonna give it up.
My baby.
I love that. That is something I do not know.
My baby.
Um,
My baby.
according to Chinese zodiac, Earth dragons are a balance of yin yang. I would assume almost all dragons are a balance of yin yang in their own way, but I don't know. I know nothing about dragons except what I've read in here, which is this is great book to get intro to it, but I need a different writer.
You need to actually in Ram in meditation go ask.
I'm going to. That's on my
Because
list.
that's how I really got to know them, and
No. BG.
it's very much they're very cerebral. You know they understand you and you understand them in mind. Their names are virtually hard as hell
What I've heard.
pronounce, so you end up and you do have a personal dragon as a guardian.
Yeah, I've been reading a little bit about that too, and I'm like my problem with working. Well, I don't want to say problem, but my hesitation of working with dragons is I'm afraid that I will start working with them and then I will cycle out as I often do with certain things. But from what I'm hearing from people is that that's okay. You're allowed to do that. It's not going to hurt anybody's feeling or make you look bad. Because I don't want to work with dragon and then be like, okay, yeah, I don't feel dragon anymore. And
They
then just ditch
come
them.
and go
That's what
when
they've been saying.
When you need them, they're always around. I always feel them. I mean, Victor works with them a lot, so maybe that's a topic for this weekend is to
Yeah, I would love to talk to him more about it. And there's a on our podcast that I do with Mr. Malice, we had interviewed somebody who was really big on dragon magic and gave me a lot of really good information afterwards, and that's what sparked the whole thing. I'd never worked with dragons before. I'd ever even considered it. I'm like, okay, well,
if you're open to it now is the time, and that's the way
strong.
I do things.
Paul.
Yes.
So this is what I have 3 fans I want to bring next week.
Very cool.
Because I have a charger for these, and they
Yes.
all work, and I have a solar panel I'm going to bring to keep them charged in case.
I'm very
We're
excited.
going to give Moon Dancer
We're-
the big one, the big fan.
Okay.
So-
Where she's everyone is excited. Victor's bringing his friend that they are picking up at the airport. That's going to stay with them. Yeah, I think that's kind of a rescue.
We are
so-
definitely in rescue energy at the moment.
We are, and then there's Brooke. I don't know whether she will come or not, and another one who's in Fort Myers that is also Obad, but many other paths as well. And he reached out to me a bit ago, so we'll be talking. So he has met Victor, and Victor invited him. I said, whoever
Yeah, I think
wants
it's
to
good.
be there and makes it is supposed to be there. That's my thought. And with our new ways of working the kiss, I think I'm really elated where we're going. Very much so. It's the council in that deck. The animal council of basically that's
Yeah, I had
where we are.
the need to pull that deck out today too. I've got a couple of ones I want to talk about in a minute, but that was the main energy for me. And I just, I just want to get out and be in the land, and I just want to be outside. I think the energy right now is the full mixed with the moon is a very weird energy, and it takes away the a lot of leap of faith and stepping out as a fool versus stepping out foolhardily or foolishly. Those things are all related, but this fool with the moon is not a foolish fool. It is a fool that's ready to walk.
Yes.
Let's start and let's
And
if you want to go to the park, go to the park. If you want to go to the land, go to the land. If you want to go swimming, go swimming. If you want to meet with people, meet with people. You have to
you have to
doing
do
this
it.
stuff.
You have to do it. And that reading was amazing, actually.
Thanks.
But I've been looking at the fact that whom really grounded in most worlds, have in this energy felt lost. And if I'm grounded enough in everything and know the muggles are people that are really bonkers right now. And I agree with that. I think they are.
Yeah, very much. Yes, Copal. So, but yeah, no, 100%. And it's like that energy, like, so when I've been doing the Saturday tarots, I've been doing them, the last 5 of them, after I cycled out of it for a minute and then back in, have all been at 4:35 in the morning. Like, I literally am waking up out of bed and I have to go in and do one.
Wow.
It's pitch black outside most of
Yeah,
them.
well, that's a good energy time. It's that
but I have-
liminal.
Yeah, and I have the grow light that I'll turn on and make it look
Yeah.
kind of bright, but so sometimes it looks like day. But those are all done at super early in the morning, and by the time I edit them, it's noon. But they're just feeling more and more comfortable and more just the energy it's aligning better, but it's getting stronger at the same time, which makes it harder to hold.
It's getting
energy is hard to hold
really
right now.
strong, and then that's why I feel we as practitioners, I think we're heading towards what you mentioned last week, or working the magical aspects.
Look at her mean mugging me.
Oh, Tina.
I'm sorry, but that makes me feel guilty.
Yeah, no. You can't feel guilty.
Oh. If there weren't any animals flying around that would eat you guys.
There
well,
weren't any
nobody's-
hawks. That's yeah.
Were there?
There were earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they in a
hawks, and then
heartbeat.
we have these huge vultures right over in the front.
They won't. They're alive, so they're
Yeah.
not gonna. Vultures kind of like dead meat.
Well,
But owls will, and
that's
eagles
the owls
and
is the main thing.
heartbeat.
There definitely were owls too. We heard them
all morning. Yeah, all morning. But yeah, so I think that's pretty interesting. But let me. There's a couple of questions in here. Earth dragons.
Quest away.
Yes. Earth dragons. Where does it say? Western astrology, Earth dragons connected to Saturn, which has control over metals.
Yep.
But Chinese say it's Venus, which would be copper, so copper metal.
Yep.
Which we are waiting for our version of your copper pendulum there, Melvin. Because Rook and I both ended up getting one. We're just waiting for them to be delivered.
similar. Yeah.
Some more Copal for Rookley.
I would like some Copal.
Yes, Earth Dragon. So, just from an astrological perspective, I am a Virgo, right? Earth. Sun sign. I'm a Virgo moon sign.
Peach. She's got another one.
Yeah, but it got away. She's just gonna take out.
Yeah, he got under the pool.
He's under the pool lip. Yeah, I see him. Just as long as he doesn't fall in there and go in the frickin' drain pump.
They swim.
They do. Oh. Be careful, little one.
So Virgo, and then I am a Taurus rising. So also another Earth sign, as you know. So I have a lot of Earth energy in me, but the thing is my life is much more water. Like, I am more comfortable with water. I do not resonate with Earth as much as I would think that I should, and I think it's because there's so much of it. I immediately am drawn to water on everything before Earth. So I've been not forcing, but I've been pushing myself to work more with Earth as a thing, because for a while I actually would say I don't like Earth. I don't like to work with Earth. It doesn't feel right to me. I'm like, why am I Earth? Why am I Earth? Until you realize that that's stupid. It's because you're not working with it. Now you're out of balance.
Right.
So that was something I had to work through. So that was a whole piece of that. And then you asked about animal year. I'm assuming you're talking about the Chinese astrology. If I'm wrong on that, just let me know. But I am the year of the rooster. In Chinese zodiac. So. And then the pendulum, we are having a lot of fun with the pendulum. I have been using it almost daily. I've been carrying my wooden one around with me. I left the wooden one inside this time because I have a different one. We have a whole bunch now.
I knew.
Yes.
Of course.
I have a problem. Now that part of Virgo, I am. There's no question there. I am a hoarder. If I didn't hoard tarot cards, books, and pendulums, we would not be able to walk through our house because I would hoard everything else. So I have to direct all that energy into one thing. I saw you do that, shaking your head. You think you're not being
Did I do
seen.
that physically,
Again,
or was it in my mind?
Again.
I thought I just thought it.
So pendulums have been a lot of fun, but I'm telling you, that wood one, I carried it with me all week this week. I took it all over Florida when I was in West Palm Beach on Monday. Or was that Tuesday? That might have been Tuesday. I was in Zephyr Hills on Wednesday. You know, so I've been through Tampa. I've been through all parts of the state. And I carried that wood one in my pocket, and there's nothing has felt more right than that wood pendulum. So I'm using it. I'm keeping it.
Do you know what kind of wood it is?
I don't. It looks like walnut. I probably should grab it and I'll bring it out. But I think it's walnut. It's a really dark wood, but it's not. It doesn't have a redness to it. It's very brown.
Okay. Yeah.
But it is just, it's light, it's not super dense, it just feels perfect. Like it's a really nice energy. But I'm not good at, I'm not comfortable with it yet. I've just been trying to carry it around, energizing it and using it. I've used it in tarot a little bit, where I've just laid out like we did last week and just put the tarot cards out and
that's like really
and
interesting.
Let it go like this until it finds something, and this one I actually got yesterday. I know it's hard to see.
Lapis?
I thought it was some lapis, but then it looks. I initially thought it was sodalite, and then we talked about sodalite, but there's not enough white in it, so now I think it's lapis and maybe some green aventurine mixed in with it.
It feels to me just from here like it's lapis, and there's a thing called denim lapis, which is not as dark as the Afghanistan lapis with the hematite in it.
Yeah.
So that to me is a lapis.
I'll look it up on my stone identifier and see if it can help figure it out. But this is the green is what threw me off.
Yeah. No, that's part of the matrix.
Yeah. But this is just, and I have a rhodolite, right, or rhodonite.
Yeah, a pink one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got those, and those feel really nice.
Yeah. That's. So this is where we need Anna. I'm going to check back with Anna. I did invite her to our gathering. I would love to see her. I haven't seen her in ages.
I mean, if she can just find time, like, again, and I feel bad. I know I probably chased her out of our house when I was not doing well with the sister-in-law here. But now that that's gone.
She doesn't take that like that.
Yeah, I know, but it still wasn't a fun visit. I just couldn't take it. But I would love to have her back out to do something and or even come on this and talk about her sound healing and stuff. I think that would be very, very interesting. I'm halfway through my quantum what do you call it? Quantum energy healing facilitator courses.
Okay.
So I did the Reiki, but now I wanted to go a little deeper into the back of it. So that's something, sound and color is a big part of what we're learning right now.
Yeah.
And I really want to pick her brain on that stuff more. So
she's the quintessential lady for that.
I know.
I mean, she was my mentor with crystals and grids and everything. She's way more in tune. I mean, her house, she hoards crystals and towers and stuff
Oh,
like
I know.
you.
I want to take.
It's like, oh my goodness.
My Virgo my Virgo money wealth thing prevents me from spending the hundreds of dollars on the big ones, but I want them.
Oh my gosh, she's good.
I know. I want one.
Fierce, like, you know.
So like I have a Virgo money cap on how much I'll spend on a crystal, but I also am a Virgo, so I want more rocks. Because that is the thing.
Yeah, that's. I had to
I love all of it.
that
It's
away
all,
because I can get into that too. It's just like, damn.
Yeah. So we'll take a picture of this. I have a rock identifier on my phone. This, and then I have a sphere I want to identify because it's not listed. It wasn't named, and it is very pretty. It's very striated and it's very ethereal, and I want to see what it actually is.
Okay.
It's I know it had a weird name when I got it.
It's not Stephenstein, is it? Is it black and gray and gold?
It's like green and striated green and black, and I'll bring it out.
Okay.
But it's like lanigulated or laminated blah or something like that. I have to figure it out. But
it's not Christopher's.
I don't think that's what it was called. But I got it in Richmond.
That shiny.
It's pretty. It's almost like if you looked at it too quickly, you might think it was crap. What is my favorite stone? Oh my god.
Emerald.
Labradorite.
Right.
It has that kind of a look to it at first, but then it doesn't have that sheen.
Yeah.
So, Labradorite and lepidolite are probably my two favorites. Lepidolite, whenever I have it, I feel like I've got a battery in my hand.
Because it has lithium in it.
They're just freaking off the charts.
Yeah. It's good for depressions and things like that.
It's literally like having a battery in my hand when I have lepidolite. I carried it around for me for months when we were working at one of our buildings day in and day out. Fort Myers. When we were doing that thing, I had lepidolite with me at all times. I want to bring that one out too.
So Melvin was asking, what do you do to determine you're speaking to spirit or outside energies and not your own when you're utilizing a pendulum?
I kind of have two takes on that. Take number one is if I were working on it and I'm not using my own energies, like that wouldn't bother me. I think that would be okay. So if I'm using my own energies to move the pendulum, I feel like that energy is directed by your connections with your God Goddess.
Yeah.
You are the conduit. That's one take. So it doesn't matter to me if it's my own energy or not. Like if I'm using the pendulum and my body is somehow subconsciously making it go the direction I want it to, that's because that's what universe wants me to see because we're all connected. There's no difference.
Right.
Or meditation. But that meditation is probably the true answer for me. You're meditating on something, you're putting yourself in a space to get yourself right to see how the pendulum is going to move in that absence.
There's this thing, above all, where you have to give credit to metaphysically those other
Excuse me.
forces in play. and no matter what we are or think or do, there are other things working.
100%.
And
Yes.
you kind of just have to trust. I've never ever seen it in doing pendulum work. It doesn't, because it's more yes, no, or guided. Wait till you see the cloths, and you'll
We're
get
getting that next. I'm ready to
Okay.
take that
I'm
out.
gonna show that.
But I need to get my wooden one before I do because I'm not using it with anything
Right.
else.
it's the energy of the outer is used for the inner.
Yeah,
I-
and I think and that's actually one of the ideas that recently I got from him. The course I'm in right now, I'm taking is
Excuse me.
quantum
Sorry,
energy
thank you.
fields, and one of the things that they talk about is, does the rock have its own energy? Sure, if you believe it does. But in absence of the human being, does the rock have energy? Sure. It doesn't matter what you think. So it's like you have to have both. You have to
Yeah,
believe both
yeah.
in order for it to work. I'm like,
Everything has an
It's so-
energy
yeah.
because energy is energy is energy.
well, we
and
learn in
it's just like-
physics that matter, even like solid matter, is just atoms that are moving so slow you don't see them. It's
exactly.
still movement. It's still, no matter how concrete it
the
is,
universe moves.
it's moving. And then if you think about the space between the atoms, when you look at a brick, it's mostly air.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all perception. So it's the same thing with pendulums for me. Like I feel like I would want my energy and my voice. Like it's the same thing when I work with deity, and we talked. This kind of goes with the thing. I use the explanation of Caradwin. I said I don't think Caradwin right now is sitting on a campsite stirring her cauldron. I don't think that that's what she's doing at the moment. I think when I reach out to, or when I learn or use the energy of Caradwin, that aspect of her is guiding me into those things that she is doing.
If you haven't read Christopher Hughes' book on Caradwin,
I feel like we have that.
strongly suggest that you do.
She pops up for me constantly.
Yeah, she's your
Constantly.
guide, or they're the deities, yes. But there's because of where he is, and you know, being the Archdruid of Anglesey, she is his main lady, and he really goes into it. So much, very clearly, and it's like an aha, and it goes into the Awen factor and the three worlds and how to access them. So if you don't have that book, get it.
Yeah, I think we're going to look for it. Like I'm waiting for one more bookshelf to get all my tarot organized, and then I'm going to go and organize our books by author because we have enough to make a library now. And
Yeah.
it's just we can't keep track. And I've been buying the same book twice, and
Yep.
haven't done that with tarot yet because I have a logbook for my tarot. But so I wanted to go back to something that Mel said about the keys.
Okay.
Ooh.
Kiki.
Paranormal Witch was asking if we'd ever used dowsing rods, and funny enough, Mystic just ordered some. I don't know if he's used them.
I've never used them, but they're here.
But they're here. Have you, Joy?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean to say that.
No, we know.
Frankincense.
The labyrinth. Ellen was a huge dowser, and when we did the labyrinth at the UU, we doused the energies, and that's why it's on the ley line, and that's why it's so magical what it is. What is it, wood or copper?
Copper.
Okay.
All 99.99% pure
And
copper.
so it has the handles with the okay.
It has the insert and the slider.
A good way to start with that is to hold them, and there's two, right? You have two.
I'll bring them out. We'll pop them out.
You can see. The first thing is determine our energy fields, and you can see the rods will go all over the place. It's
Oh,
amazing
wow.
as to how much, you know, where your energy fields are, and that it's real. It's very cool. So that's a good place to start, and then
Maybe
again,
cleanse.
you have to. It's like the pendulum. You have to connect with what you want to do with them. It's a tool.
Yeah.
So it's like the asame or your wand or anything else. You have to tell it what you want it to do.
Yeah, and we've been working a lot with that. I think that'll be interesting. I don't want to do too much at one time, so I kind of have left that alone for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Finn, I can hear him. Nope, that's
That's
EMS.
yeah.
It sounds like him though. But yeah, so like the key thing, that's exactly how I use keys. I don't want to forget that because I use them to unlock, and I think they can unlock things spiritually, but I think you have to say what they're for before you use them, so that's very careful. And certain keys are for only certain things, and I mark them for certain things so that they don't get crossed. I would love to use one as a pendulum, but I can tell you right now, if I can't get the key to hang straight down, I will not be able to use it.
Yeah,
It
I
just
know,
won't work.
I know.
Because that key will be like that, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it. So that would be the biggest difficulty for me.
Well, that should be.
That's a big key.
I don't think I'd use that one.
Yeah, that's
No,
a,
this
We need a
wouldn't-
10-foot
This wouldn't.
string.
yeah.
We
It
might-
wouldn't. It wouldn't ding ding. It
wouldn't-
wouldn't move. It's solid.
That's
down.
like that the pendulum at the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
You can see
Yes.
it. That's how they know the world
Yes.
is turning because it's moving with
Yeah.
nothing.
Do ley lines cross, and do the sites where they cross have any significance?
Oh
Yes,
boy,
they do.
yes, they do. Some of the strongest, most powerful ley lines in the world is at Glastonbury and Glastonbury tour, and I was privileged to stay on the tour. And there were times when you could not move or do anything because the energy was so strong. The ley lines, the Druids called them dragon lines. That's where our dragons come from, having to connections with the earth. Those are the dragon lines, and they run. The earth is has quite a few, and most of the major stone circles in Europe are attached or placed on ley lines.
Oh, wow. That is.
So yes, they are magnetic. I feel. Like I said last week, when I was on the tour and I had my ametrine pendulum, and we were searching the inner space because the tour is built on a whole crystal cave underneath. So and that legend is that Guneb Nuth that's his domain, and there's a place going into it. It's where an apple tree, and there's I know exactly, but we were walking, and the tour is a labyrinth in itself. It circles up, but we were walking, we found energy, and the pendulum went this way, and it stayed this way. It was
wow.
we're going, okay, we're not going to mess with this energy because none of us, even my mentor, and she's the sister of Evelyn, she's priestess and she knows her stuff, said, no, this is not for us to do at the moment. So we learn to leave well enough alone. If it's too powerful, it's not happening. But
That is
yes,
awesome.
yes to ley lines, absolutely.
And was there
BG.
Fiji? I'll fix it. Was there anything else you want to go over before we start the cooking? Like
Yes.
How much longer? Okay.
I'll do the cooking and you guys can continue chatting. You know, it won't take me, you know.
We did make our own stewed. I don't know why we took so long to make our own stewed tomatoes, but they are so
they're
good.
so much
Oh,
better than
simple.
the
awesome,
canned
yeah,
ones.
awesome.
I mean, I've been making my grandmother's mac and cheese with canned stewed tomatoes for years because I didn't know how to stew tomatoes. Like, there's no way I can do that. It's too hard.
It
Takes a
easy.
minute.
It's
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
gotta do that more.
So when you went to the market yesterday. Where is this market?
Right around the corner.
Oh,
On
okay.
It's
Pine
the big red
Island.
barn.
Okay,
big-
because I've heard people say, what was it like? Was it a fun
We need to
place?
come back.
Chaotic energy.
Like I might go
Oh,
back
yeah.
Tuesday at 7 in the morning or something to check him out because it was so many people there. I was
Yeah.
so uncomfortable the entire time. But I did find pretty much everything in there is made or procured or sourced within 3 hours of the store. So
Cool.
Tampa.
Which is nice.
Did you get honey there? Is
I
what
did. I
Yeah,
got
okay, awesome.
a lot of honey from there. It's
Awesome.
fresh. You can actually buy it right in the honeycomb
Oh, that's even better.
I didn't.
Awesome.
because it's really expensive.
Yeah.
But I did
yeah.
get, I think, 32 ounces of honey,
Okay.
or maybe two 32-ounce honeys.
Did
I
we?
got
What do
plenty.
we need for? We needed 2 pounds of honey.
it's
I
2
think.
pounds.
Too. Yeah.
And then
We're gonna be making
best-
mead, guys. That's what we're
Yeah.
talking about honey for.
I did tell them at the beginning, but
Oh,
yes.
you did.
They had the best like local pickles, like
Oh, cool.
just
I love
locally
pickles.
made and brined and everything. Some good cheeses that we're gonna probably
Yeah.
pile out today or sometime. Deep fried peanuts; those are one of my favorites. They have some. We got the tomatoes. Like they've got amazing tomato, like still with the dirt on them,
Good.
like just out of
Yep.
the ground into a bucket onto the thing, and then I use those to make the oven dried tomatoes. I made a bunch of those yesterday, and they are. I'm telling you, like I could eat them like candy. They're so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And a couple of other small things, some fresh dips and things.
So they
and
have meat and
They
so
do, but there was
and fish?
Cheese and
Yes,
fish.
there's a whole like that's the biggest part of the store in the back.
Bakery.
Full butcher, full bakery, full like
Oh damn! I'll have to come over and we'll have to go.
go,
I'll
yeah.
be in Seventh Heaven.
the
and
whole
then-
shoulder, like with the
Yeah.
bone and everything,
yeah,
is
yeah.
just sitting in a case. And I wanted to get some probably some round to make my beef jerky with, but it just was too busy. I freaked out after a while. It was
Markets are like that.
an
usually,
energetic
isn't it?
nightmare for me.
And none of the aisles were really labeled.
Yeah, that was the
Oh
other thing.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was a pain. I mean, I've went to the market like up in D.C. That big one. I forgot what it's called, but it was huge. Remember? What was it? Wegmans?
Wegmans.
And like it was a city inside, and I didn't have any issues there. This one was just too small of an area, too crazy. But anyway, yeah. So that was that. But it was
Cool.
fun. I
Okay.
want to go back.
Okay.
There was nothing super special about it. But there are a few things that I would go back for, like the pickles, the cheese selection, the fresh meat,
The produce.
and the produce.
yeah.
I mean, the produce was. I mean, these tomatoes were that big. Just one. We had 2 tomatoes was all we needed for the entire everything.
Yeah.
They had all kinds of local peppers from the little ones
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the way
yeah.
up to the
Oh, big. Oh, awesome.
just-
awesome.
yeah. all kinds of melons and honeydew and watermelon. Just it was nice. They have a lot of stuff. It's just again the energy wore me down yesterday. So unexplained. We would love to see what happens when you do that, but we are going to share a pendulum cloth if Joy's okay with me sharing it.
This is yours. There's a way.
I think I'll have to hold this one up. Oh, let's see.
Yeah,
Probably.
you will be.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh,
That is too awesome. Wow.
Okay, so the bottom little arc is if you are working or you have something you're working on, that's where the intention goes. The symbol of something there. And from there
I
you
love
ask
that.
your questions. But also,
fits
you know,
right in
since
with the wooden pendulum.
yes, since I'm working with alchemy again, there are some alchemic symbols on there.
Neptune, Venus. I forgot what that one is.
That's Saturn,
Saturn,
and the other one is Jupiter.
Taurus. It looks like a Taurus, so that would be
No, that's Mercury.
Mercury. Yeah.
It's philosophical Mercury and regular Mercury. Venus is in the mix, and Mars, and underneath the symbol, that's the Philosopher's Stone, which means multiplication. Everything when it comes together, it goes. You know, when you have a square inside a circle, inside a triangle.
You disappeared.
It's beautiful.
I love that.
Oh,
I'm going to be using it very soonly.
appropriately.
Yeah.
Tell me if I need to.
No, it looks good.
Yep, it looks good. And see, I would never have known where to even start to make something like that. I love that. And it means so much more when it's made and usable for you because that energy is so different.
Yes, and I put it on suede cloth because it's a lot more durable.
Nice. I love that.
See, on the black and white is the symbol of the underground, which is this person here. The symbol on the right, the two red halves, is the conjunction. That's the phoenix, the red phoenix. It's when the spark of whatever comes into being.
I'm going to have to look that up and study
This
some of that.
symbol right here, the sun and the moon, and with the darker is the eclipse. So you have moon energy,
Do we have
sun.
an eclipse coming or do we just miss one?
No, we do.
We have one in
There's-
May.
At Beltane, actually.
That's right. That's what we were talking
At
about.
the
I wanna
dark,
make sure I didn't
dark-
forget it.
yeah.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know, but I think we can see it here. and
That's the
it's
hard
a-
part is we
it's
don't
a-
always get a good view.
Yeah, it is.
I love this. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I thought you'd be happy playing.
I
with
went
those.
through all the sewing stuff that you gave to Brad and pulled out 2 pieces. I'm gonna hand stitch a key bag
Okay.
and put some herbs and stuff.
So we
in it.
did. So I did because I remember in my notes saying, check. It's checked off. So I know I gave you some. So
Like, see, this bag is something that I could hand stitch. Like, I love
Yeah.
this. I need more of them for my tarot to make some. That would be a good because we haven't done a craft in a while.
I mean, on his sewing machine, you can whip that stuff up in no time.
Yeah, I mean that too. Like we need to do a
The crafting.
craft soon.
Yeah, we do.
I want to make. So hear me out. I don't know if this is going to be anything or it's just going to be a piece of crap. But I want to get some more mirrors, and see if we can make colored back mirrors. So you have the black and for scrying.
Right.
But is there any potential for different type of energy work by having one of a different pure color, like a red, like your
I-
basic red, green, blue?
Don't know. I've never.
I don't know if it'd be shiny. I just want to try one, see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never come across that.
Love that. I'm weird. It's just an excuse to have
No,
multiple
you're
different
not.
colored
You're
ones.
not weird at all.
The pomander craft is something I want to do again, so I would love to do a
Oh,
craft
that
with
was so
food.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, Beltane's our next food to pick, right? Or
Yeah.
was that?
Well,
or what would you all say?
We're kind of doing the meat on that one.
The
but
meat. Okay.
it's a big part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was was there anything else? Oh, I brought my dowsing rods. I'm not going to use them for a while because I just don't. I want to work with the pendulum.
Nice.
I really want to do pendulum work.
Oh, these are gorgeous.
So
Dowsing rods. Ooh, look at them.
yeah, they're already
Oh wow.
they're
Are those copper?
yes
Or
Yes.
copper.
yes.
but they swing quick.
When they go like that, that's to the point. To the point.
Oh, they might spin around if you get on me. No. I'm
No,
just-
no. This is to determine where your energy aura starts, and it's right there. Right there. So
Is
you're,
it black?
No. He's not. You guys aren't black. Any closer, and they're gonna go like that.
Oh wow,
See?
that is so cool.
We'll pull them back, and they'll. Okay, so think happy, positive.
Okay.
It's the best thing that you can. All right. Whoa. So, when you're positive, you can open your eyes now. When you were thinking positive, they crossed out here. See, this is where your energy is. Now think
Price is Right, really.
dark.
I'm just catching up.
Or hurtful.
Mm.
Okay. Look how close.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So that's a good way to determine auras and energy.
That is so cool.
So that's your first lesson to determine and feel that energy and allow the pendulums to do the work for you, not you, because you cannot interfere with this at all. It's amazing.
Makes me
These are awesome.
I know. When I first
Holy crap!
grabbed onto them for the first time, they
Whoa.
just went going all over the place. They're so smooth.
Where did you?
Amazon.
That makes me think when you're thinking
Now,
bad and negative that
Okay,
you're
so
small.
you could go out to that oak tree. Go out to the oak tree, and approach it. Tell it, mentally approach it and see how far the energy of the oak is.
Ooh.
Yeah, when I
will.
found them, I didn't look for dowsing rods. I literally was looking for a shop on Amazon that had stuff that I liked, and I picked it. It was the first thing on there, and I'm like, we were just talking about these. I have to get them, and they're not very expensive.
No, the next one, if is wood, and that's kind of like a Y, and
Oh, that's when it goes up down.
It goes, yeah. That usually it's yew or hazel, something that's workable, but that's a lot of how the
Hazel's
old timers find water.
Hazel's my my Celtic tree, I think. Is it hazel or ash? I think it's hazel. But yeah, so we're coming up on what? It's only 12:30, so I thought it was later than that. So we're gonna list an hour and a half live. Open up one deck.
It's a new deck. You already opened that. There's a.
Oh, it's a new one. This is the Woodland Wardens by
Ooh.
Jessica Roos. It's a different style. I've been very obviously woodlandy, naturey level. But I got these because each image or each one of the cards is a plant and an animal that go together.
Cool.
Never seen it before in
Cool.
any of the decks that I have.
mean, like, I've got Philip's Animal Oracle and I've got his Plant Oracle, and some of the cards interface and have, each of that, but it's very druidic specific.
Sounds pretty either way.
It's gorgeous. You don't have that deck?
I have so many.
I mean, it's
It sounds familiar.
pretty-
I have, well, is it the plant?
the Druid Plant Oracle and the Druid Animal Oracle.
I'm pretty sure I have the Druid Animal Oracle right in here, but I don't know about the plant.
The
I have a
plant-
Sacred Plant Oracle.
The plant is actually, I learned a lot from that deck.
I'm gonna have to look those up. Hold on. I'm gonna write them down so I don't forget. Gotta write them down so I don't forget. So the Druid Animal Oracle, I definitely have. Definitely have that. And they said Druid Plant Oracle.
Mhm.
I do not have that one.
It would be a go-to for you. I think it would be important.
Oh, I have it now.
Oh.
It's on its way. I mean, I use the Druid Oracle, Animal Oracle all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I constantly am
Yeah.
in that deck. I don't really use it for other people. Like, I'm not reading with it. It's for more personal exploration, which most of my decks are for personal exploration. But, yeah. So, nice. I'd love to do a reading with both of those. Well, I guess instead of... I was just going to go through a couple cards, but this will maybe be our end. I'm guessing when Rook gets back, we'll pull some cards from this Animal Oracle. Yes, I have an addiction, Unexplained. It is terrible.
You're having fun?
8 to 10 feet out it starts.
Yeah.
It's like the energy goes out 8 to 10 feet from the base of the trunk. And you can not only with these
The
but
roots, you
feel
can do.
it.
Yeah.
That's probably to account for the roots.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh, well, if you aim on down,
I didn't
it'll
think
tell
to point it
you.
down.
Because
That's
this is
That's
Yeah,
we
really
no
need
matter
to go
what you
to
do,
the
they do
church
their own
with
thing.
these because the church has got some really heavy ley lines.
I would
and stuff.
love to do that. I should get another pair so we each have one. But they're
That's-
nice.
That
They are beautiful. This is a
so
nice,
cool.
nice set. Brilliant set.
Let me just see.
That was so cool because not only you can feel them moving, but you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel the shift.
Yeah. And it's
You can
not
feel
you
it.
doing
No,
it.
no. That is so cool.
You can bring them next week.
Oh, those are so neat.
Yes.
Do they make other materials or make them out of other, or is it only copper mainly?
No, copper is the main one. But there's
I just got you a set.
the elders
Oh,
use
that is
wood
so cool.
and the wooden ones. That's where we have to literally find a branch, and it has to be Y shape, and you hold it very loosely.
So it sounds to me like that might be your pair, Brad. And you can have them. I ordered another set.
Those are so neat.
Do you want to keep them?
I'm gonna take them to work and go out there and see what kind
Yeah,
of
but you
energies.
might get in trouble for that.
You think?
Poke some
you
patient in the
would.
eyeball with it.
No, I mean outside of the building, around the.
To see if it is
trees.
actually in the Indian burial ground.
It's
I don't know.
oh, that would be interesting.
I wouldn't take it in. I mean, I wouldn't use them
You-
inside. But
Yes, you would.
That's how you learn. Is playing with it. You discern what the energy is, and
Here you go.
what is the? Oh, this is what
That's
they
the
came
envelope
into.
that they come in.
it's lovely. This is nice.
I don't want to take yours if you
They're
purchase
not mine
them.
now.
Oh wow, those are cool. We'll have to bring them on the land, on
Yeah.
the church.
Yeah.
The grove.
Because then we can really work
Work
some
it.
energies. Yeah.
Paranormal Witch mentioned the Dragon book on the table. Didn't like the author. So it's not that I don't like the author. I do. It's actually DJ Conway. And I enjoy
yeah.
the book. It's just the book is very specific to his her there. I don't even know off the top of my head. Interpretation of the dragon. Which is fine. I just want to make sure that I use more than one type of resource. Like that's my thing with books. I don't want to read just one person's interpretation of this whole, of everything dragon. It's going to be an amalgamation of a book by different people and the discussion like we're having, and then what I know about elements and things and that kind of stuff. So it's more about I want additional authors, not a different author necessarily. He's got some really good dragon rituals in there that I actually want to try at some point, but it's not in the cards for me right now. All right, so I just shuffled and I pulled. I think I just upside down them. The Hound and the Pair.
The Hound and the Bear. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What are these tarot? I'm sorry, or are they
Oracle.
oracles? Okay.
And open the book up directly to the Hound and the Pair.
Okay.
So that's needed to know.
Hounds. That's the dog. You are surrounded with dogs.
I am. And they are definitely the meaning of loyalty. So this generally means friendships and tribes are flourishing. Your kindness and loyalty have been noted and friends appreciate you. Okay. That was quick. Folklore. The hound is the ultimate symbol of loyalty and friendship. Stories abound in folklore and throughout history of dogs protecting their companions, saving children, and alerting their masters to danger. The legend of Saint Guinefort is one of such stories. This 13th century French greyhound saved his owner's infant son from an attack by a viper. When the owner came upon the scene, he found Guinefort with bloody jaws sitting beside the empty cradle. I remember the story.
Yeah.
Believing the hound to be the murderer, he killed Guinefort. Only later, when he heard his son's cries and discovered him beneath the cradle next to the dead snake, did he realize the tragic mistake. Like the faithful hound, the pear is a symbol of care and affection, often given as a gift. It is sweet but easily bruised, requiring tenderness from its handler. That is very true. Anybody else want to pull?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Miss Joy. I like
Or a different deck.
I like the artwork. No, I'm feeling something different in this. I like that
Yep.
artwork on these.
It's
Oh,
definitely not
look
my
at it.
normal style.
I like
No.
it. Woodland.
But
Woods.
your normal style, I believe, is changing, love.
It certainly should. I don't even know that my style is changing as much as it's just broadening. Like I'm enjoying more things. Just literally enjoying more stuff.
You'll appreciate this one.
Oh, the crow and dogwood.
And
love
okay,
it.
so dogwood is right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the first trees to bloom, actually. And the dogwood,
They're
the,
pretty.
the there's a lot of symbolism with the dogwood as well. It's all right. Here we go with the Christian stuff. The dogwood center, it always looks like the crown of thorns.
Mm.
The four petal is usually has a hint of pink or blood to it. So that was like
The
yeah, and it always comes up around like this time of
and it's
the season. And
Today
it's today.
is the Christian.
The
Oh.
crow. We know about the crow,
That is too funny.
and it's
More
amazing.
copal for you.
Did the crow convince you to? Did the crow bring these to me via you?
Apparently. I'm not mad. See, that smells like freaking lamp oil to me.
Is this
Oh,
copal?
somebody.
Copal. Give it to me. I need all the copal.
And and the meaning. This is the crow is incredibly intelligent. Yes, we know that today, and its ability to use tools. Did we not talk about
We
Tools.
talked about tools.
today?
I think people definitely underestimate crows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Today, it's often used to signify darkness and foreboding. Bullshit. Crap on that. According to Norse folklore, we know the crow is a powerful being. Like the crow, the dogwood has somewhat confused public image. Its beautiful light-colored petals convey gentleness and whimsy. If you know that its hard bark as strong as frame, oh, I did not know that. And it is a very uncommonly durable tree, which can withstand very harsh weather. All right, so the meaning, you have the tools to fulfill your goals and solve any problem that stands in your way. You need only to look inward to find wisdom and strength.
Nice.
Questions? Am I knowledgeable about? What are my creative or professional goals? And how can I accomplish them? I think I got that covered.
All right.
Go, dude. Now I put that on the top, so
Reshuffle them. And
Yeah.
was there a question or
it's for you. It's
just for
just where we are today.
where are we today and what do we need to know about it?
Yep, just give me a message.
Give me a message, please. That smells so good.
It really does, and then you
It does smell good. It's just a little too much.
put something different on that.
No, I like it.
I mean, you have so much. Although you don't have your whole thing out here. Oh, you do?
Give me
Oh,
a
never
message.
mind.
Give me a message.
It's
is
funny
that
because I
energy
need to go
for?
get some actual pine sap and resin. I want to collect some more. I haven't done any in a while.
Oh.
For some reason,
Horse?
The horse
And bluebells?
and the bluebells.
Oh,
those-
man, that's the horse is another powerful.
I pulled for the last card the horse and the bluebell.
what'd you call me?
And I'm going to take a look at the book and see what this message is. The horse and the bluebell.
You know what?
Don't
the
know why,
horse
but I
is.
all of a sudden feel like putting some rose resin on.
It's a bit of compassion and heart.
There, let's see how that goes.
You have rose resin.
It's a gum. I mean, I'm
okay,
assuming
so
it's a
yeah. Okay.
They've compiled it, compacted it, or whatever you call it. But
Hmm.
it's a very pretty scent.
Interesting.
So what is that?
The numbers are on the top.
And I think it's
You
alphabetical.
got this.
Oh, it is. By what the? Oh, the duck. Okay, she should be coming up. Maybe
Oh,
lizard. Yeah,
Oh, look, see, this is
Oh.
the number right there. So it's a numeral. So you've got 10, 17.
Oh, 15. So here we go. This should. Let's see. Yeah. What in the world is wrong with me? XIV. Where are the XI?
you need me to find it for you?
Yes.
I will.
It's XIIX. Or wait,
Right.
XIIX.
no. Or
Yes.
XL. Is that XL? IX? My eyes are bad.
Oh, it is an L.
Hmm.
Well, then it's further back. Yeah. XLIX.
Ooh. Yes.
Okay.
Melvin would like for a card to be drawn from for him.
We most definitely will. Do you want it from this deck or
Absolutely.
from a different deck?
Well, that's the darndest thing, isn't it?
Yes, it's way back here. Way,
I hope that's
way
a-
back.
oh, there she is.
There. Now I know what bluebells mean. That's very fey energy, as is the horse, actually. But,
Yeah.
you know, Rhiannon.
Or Selkie.
Yeah.
So the horse and the bluebell, modest fortitude is the meeting.
You're certainly not modest. Maybe it's time to be more modest.
Its downcast blooms cause the bluebell to bow gently at its stem, symbolizing modesty, much like me. In contrast, the horse is a striking creature, proud and muscular. Able to bear great loads and travel long distances, it is known for its superior strength and stamina. Taken together, the horse and bluebell remind us that the greatest feats are the result of much humble practice. Upright. Work quietly and consistently. The time to shine will present itself in the future. For now, focus on your process rather than its reward.
It's about spot on, isn't
Yeah, I like it.
When I pulled it, it was reversed.
I don't
No,
really
we're
read
not gonna
reversals
read
on
that.
those.
No.
So do we want to read? Da, da, da,
No,
da.
that doesn't make sense to me.
So, work quietly and consistently. The time to shine will present itself in the future. For now, focus on your process rather than its reward.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
And you
So does he
wanna-
want us to all draw one? What's he saying? We want to.
What's
That's
his
however you want to do it.
intention?
He didn't mention specifically that deck, but we can. Let's pull from that deck.
We can all draw a card for Mr. Melvin. I like this deck. If that's okay with him.
Yeah.
Melvin,
Do
is
you
there
like
a
this
question?
deck, Melvin?
Yes.
Generality?
Oh, here you go. I guess I would go to you first. Here. I've shuffled all the energy from that out of this one.
Knock, knock, knock. And it's smudged it. With rose. Interesting.
Yeah, we're going to add some emotional coloration on it. Rose is a very high energy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, excuse
No
me.
question. Anything that's easy, general. Let's see.
General.
People are probably wondering why I keep making these really strange faces all the time. And I'm like, it's literally the dogs keep like making me feel super guilty. I'm going to add 3 shuffles. These are really thin and easy to shuffle. It's gonna be
I
easy
kind of
to-
want to go grab the Magic of You Fiona Horns for this to pull.
Okay.
That's
Do
what
it.
I feel like doing for Melvin.
Do it.
The Magic of You. I don't know why that just came to me.
Follow the
Yeah.
instinct. That's what we're
Absolutely.
supposed to be doing.
Yup. I got Force of Enchantment here too.
I see that. I used that last night, actually, on a quandary, and it always comes up with stuff that I really know. Yeah, I guess it's just like, yeah, bitch, why are you not doing this already? You know, why are you asking? Because this is it, you know.
Like seriously, just say what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Melvin, your card is the Porcupine and the Anemone.
Ooh.
Holy crap balls. That is very interesting. So I'm going to try to give a little bit of feedback without the booklet. Do you have the book, Brad, by the way?
It's right here.
Because I generally like to kind of get an intuitive glance at it first. So let's see.
Well, going with the porcupine first, and
Yeah, so the porcupine to me would probably represent boundary and still being like, it's a time to still be cute and cuddly, but also let people know where your end and your box is. Like, you know, I'm good to so far, but you still have to respect where I am, and that's when I put my quill up. And I'm
shoot them if
super
needed.
sweet and sensitive, but I'm also absolutely fearsome when I need to be.
Yes.
And so that energy of the porcupine would be that boundary setting. So are you setting boundaries? Is there something that somebody's overstepping? Because to me, if the porcupine would come up for me, I would think somebody's overstepping their boundary with me, and I'm not telling them.
They are
and
so
I'm not
cute.
holding them out.
They are
Yeah.
so cute.
Somebody's petting you, Melvin, and you're not telling them to stop.
On the anemone, that's just again
Oh.
in its way.
Yeah.
It's a shy. It's a this.
It wants to be left alone, but it doesn't. You know, and anemones can pair up with clownfish. There are some fish that pair up with anemones that they can work together with, and the clownfish is immune to the anemone's stinger, and they help each other out, and they pair. And so to me, the anemone maybe in this case is pairing with the porcupine, saying, yeah, your people are swimming within your branches and you're not stinging them, and you need to sting them and tell them to back off a little bit. Not hurt them, you know, not cause them pain or just, you know, well, maybe a little pain, but not like throw them away, but just tell them it's okay. You need to take a step back real quick. That's what I would start with from the porcupine and the anemone. Anemone. Anemone.
I wonder where the derivative comes from. That word.
Yeah, that's weird.
Might be something coming.
Anemone? Anemone?
Greek.
I
I don't know. We'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up, where that came from. Now, Joy, do you want to pull a card from this deck, or do you want to use the Forest of Enchantment, or anything else for Mr. Melvin? Or just...
I think Brad is going to do a Mr. Melvin.
And I think so.
But yes, I will, because
This one, or
yeah, that's just fine. Well, maybe a different one. Yeah, you know, it's just
Gotta
like
go by how
"Oh,
they feel, right?
Gotta
Yeah,
go
so
with
that's-
how it
like,
feels.
You know,
Gotta listen.
because I don't know Melvin, and so I am coming from the place of
Just the energy.
connection. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. That
And
is
I love
my
absolutely.
favorite.
This is a gorgeous deck. It's all about the seeker traversing through the forest.
So we're gonna put these up here. Brad, give me the book for your Fiona Horn.
The box, so you can
A
see.
book or box, unless
Okay.
you need the book.
Yeah, because it's an oracle when I looked it up.
Just so you guys can see what which ones we're using here.
I love to play with your cards because you got so many.
I love, like, it's always a game for me. And
Yes.
I know some people worry about other people handling their cards. And if you've got a good cleansing and energy process, doesn't matter, or maybe that energy being in your cards is a good thing.
All right, we need to put some
I think.
more.
Oh yeah, I need a new. I've got one more left.
Oh, there's plenty of coal. We just need some more incense.
I don't call that plenty.
That's plenty there. Come on, darling, that's a lot. That's enough.
I mean, it is enough for sure.
Enough.
But is it enough to drop that one piece on perfectly in the center so that it doesn't roll right off into the cage?
Yes.
No. My fat fingers will drop that stuff right. Watch it. Watch. It's going to roll right off. See? It rolled right off into the ash.
Well, I can pick it up and
Yeah, but then you have to pull the whole screen off. There we go.
there. See, you can do that. And give us a little bit of. This is lovely. I love this.
I'm going to yank this one back because if we do any other people reading,
Can they hear me if I talk? I just want to tell them what she's doing.
Yep.
So, when I was thinking about, can you see it?
no, because I have that camera on.
Oh. So this is. I gotta
So
get
literally,
that
if you're pulling one card, just put the card on top of the box.
Okay, I'll go when I'm talking about it. I was just kind of wanting to say a little bit about why I chose this.
Choose.
Deck.
Say.
Talk about it. The deck's up there.
Say.
So when thinking about drawing a card for Melvin, I immediately thought of the Magic of You Oracle, and I don't really use Oracle cards a lot, or I haven't. But this deck immediately came to mind, and I felt like I had to use it because I just get the feeling that Melvin's one of the most decent human beings I've ever, even though we haven't met. And the author or creator of this deck, Fiona Horn, is one of my, who I think is one of the most decent magical people that's
I really
been
do
in the
enjoy
public
her, yeah.
spotlight just by what she's done in her story. She was
I
very
love that smell.
she was very public, a celebrity, and then has stepped back and now does things for the good of community and magic for the good of other people. So that's a little story about why I picked the Magic of You Oracle deck and drawn
Okay.
a card for
It's a
Melvin.
nice deck.
Yeah.
And the card I pulled, which goes along with the card we've pulled so far, in the deck, which, are we over here?
Camera's here,
Okay. Here.
but that can be put on the.
Do you want me
can
to
just
put
set
it on
yeah,
the-
yeah. Is the Hermit. The
Brad.
Badger.
Put that over on mine too. We can pull those off. I should have left it over there.
Okay, sure.
That's how we'll do the read. I like that.
I like it.
Thank you.
Tell me if you can see them okay.
And the Badger is in the deck I just pulled is a major, and it signifies the Hermit.
I wonder, is the badger related to the porcupine at all? Seems like he would be.
Energetically, the Badger is a very intelligent, fierce, but solitude in its manners. So in that aspect, and in that, they're very similar. And with that, you have to figure out the hermit is a recluse, but within the solitude learns much. The hermit is also a guide. So, in the generality of things, I think they go very well together.
I do too. I think the hermit is.
You've got the book over there, so you may want to read for Melvin what.
Do you want me to, or you can? Doesn't matter to me. I was just pulling the books back.
Yeah.
So that the cards will be up, so now they can see the cards that were pulled. Probably a little too small, but I can't zoom in on that camera. It doesn't have a zoom function.
Okay, so again, at a glance of going through this, what surrounds the badger is lots of knowledge. It reminds me of a Merlin type. He knows alchemy, he knows the ways, he likes to read, he likes fine wines and easy things.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Yes. They are kind of like philosophers and scholars. The hermit chooses to live in solitude to avoid daily distractions. He is a monotasker, giving full attention to many pursuits in turn. Kind of sounds like someone I know. His advice to you is to do the same. Make the time and take the space to enjoy your own company without interruption. Take control of your interactions with others. Isn't that just exactly what the porcupine said?
It's very similar. Two completely different decks too. I think that's
Don't
hilarious.
let them badger you. Alright, so solitude, a preference for home over society, study, perspective, a time of deepening. Now, a closer look. The Armorelli sphere, which is kind of like the atom and everything that spins round, was a gift from the enchanter, who has a similar one and noticed his friend admiring it on rare visits. So look within, because the within is with the outer as well. And that's
Fits
like,
right in with everything.
that's like boom. Alright, now pull you.
Okay, from the Magic of You Oracle deck by Fiona Horn, the message I got and card was number 1, the Avenoir,
Okay.
make peace with your past. On the card, the rower,
Matchy.
the rower sitting in her boat can only see from where she has come as she surges forward. When Avenoir presents, it is time to gain perspective and an understanding of the role your past has played in the direction you are heading today. Are you able to appreciate the beauty of where you have come from and let that guide you into the future? Or are you focused on problems, mistakes, and disappointments and letting them forge your direction? As you strike out in the pursuit of more, Avenoir reminds you to contemplate that more will never be meaningful and fulfilling until you truly embrace and unconditionally appreciate where you have come from in all its purifying pain and gentle glory. Avenoir is a healing card. It's time to make peace with your past. The girl in Avenoir emerges from her journey along a dark, stormy sea, her hair still bearing the waves she rode as she was guided into this moment by her past. She trusts her gut. The tree of her life grows from her core experiences. Radiant and brave, she confidently faces an unknown future by anchoring herself in the present moment. In doing so, she embraces her life's journey without judgment. She does not regret the past nor fear its weight or legacy. She has learned to see it for what it is, essential for growth. As you face your challenges today, embrace your past. Climb high, be brave and bold. Unconditionally, the past lifts you up. The tree of life is yours to climb. Trust it.
I like that.
I hope that helped in some way.
That was fun. We each pulled a card from Melvin.
Yeah,
That was
Melvin, you got a pretty thorough energy of the universe readings, and I believe it's for your future. So careful whom.
Yeah, somebody's coming into that mix.
Yeah.
And you need to stab him with that quill and tell him to back off a bit.
Be in your sovereignty, and use all that your knowledge that you have.
Gonna bring them all back.
Yeah.
Now that somebody else, you're welcome, Mel. You did the same for us, man. So somebody else did ask for a card to pull, and I certainly don't mind. We are probably going to need to cut loose here soon.
Yeah.
But Heather had asked for one. If she is still in, we'll do that, and then that would probably be it. So Heather, if you are still in, I'd be more than happy to pull a card for you, or three.
Up to her, what she wants.
What am I seeing for? Let me go see what.
One
deck
thing I have
need
noticed
for.
with tarot is that when people, I have found that you're doing tarot online, they'll come in, they'll ask if you don't respond quick enough, they will dip real fast.
Yeah.
To find somebody else who will more quickly be able to do a tarot reading
Oh
for them.
well.
Yeah, no, I know. So,
Susie.
so we'll just, if she's here, I would love to do it. But if not,
We're on our time.
yeah. So that's what, 1:07, so we do need to get cooking, I think, soon.
Absolutely.
And I need to set up some cameras in there. And while we're not going to do live, I do want to record some of the process that we're doing.
Okay. We're gonna
with our
cook.
regular
Well, we're
camera.
gonna do your meat.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't know if I have everything I need. I think I do.
The most important thing Cora said is after you've heated up the water and added the honey to it, and hold some back so you can add it in, you must chill it down, and
Yes,
it
you
needs
don't-
to
I saw
go
that.
down to 75. He says is optimum, or else we'll kill out the yeast and nothing is gained. So
Awesome. Heather is still here. All right. So, where did he even go?
Huh?
So Heather, I'm glad you hung out. I am going to do a couple more shuffles with you in my brain, and we'll see what it says.
and we need more.
Yeah, I've got some more to put up there. I am feeling,
Different.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling different too.
Let's go with something different.
I'm actually feeling rosemary. I didn't do that. Well, you have plenty. I forgot to clip some rosemary for the coq au vin.
Yeah, the rosemary is inside somewhere.
Yeah. What do you have?
Sage,
Nah.
myrrh,
Myrrh.
myrrh,
Myrrh.
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 Lots of myrrh.
Myrrh. I know you do. Swear I'm gonna put in my list with you. Oh, please, sir. May I have some?
I have some connections, so Heather, we are going to pull some cards for you, but we are going to put some myrrh on the burner. Some really fresh
And big.
myrrh with a whole freaking brick on it. Why not? And I'll have a second brick ready. All right, flip the myrrh. I can already smell it.
It is not bubbling yet. Oh, he went for another deck. He did. He did. Let's bring out the decks. It's like, bring out your deck. Bring out your deck. Yeah. I just found one of my decks by Caitlin Matthew, which is related to all the myths and the cycle. And it's like, oh, I haven't used these in a
Oh.
long time. Oh, how cute.
That's some strong myrrh. It's bubbling. Double bubble, toil and trouble.
Okay.
We are pulling for Heather.
Yes, I haven't heard any Omnia in a while.
I know. We should play that while we're cooking.
We should. I
Only
mean,
problem-
Beltane, yeah.
The one thing I hate
yeah.
about videos is because you can't use it in the video. It mutes everything out.
That's right. That's just. I get it. I understand it. But also, it's out there all over the place anyway. You know,
Yeah.
when do you call the line on that? It's like half our chance. They're out there. They're all over the place.
Yeah. So the first card is, and I shuffled like 12 times. I shuffled 3 before I smoked. I shuffled 3 or 4
Yeah,
after.
you did.
The horse and bluebell.
Okay.
Oh.
So the Fae are playing today.
Well,
Yeah.
bluebell is definitely a fey plant. The bluebell fairy she's dressed usually all in blue, and her hat is that which hangs by. She's very shy, and her whole job is to take care of that specific plant.
Well, interestingly, yes. So the horse and bluebell has been pulled already, and I haven't read the book or read this. And I don't remember what you said, Rook, but I get the this is the XLIX one.
Yeah.
So it was what 49.
It's like at the
Yeah,
very back
yeah.
of the book. Yeah.
Sounds like 49.
Yeah.
It's L is 30, so 1039. Yeah. Or is that 50 minus 9?
50. I thought L was
L is 50. So it's 50 minus. Well, no, XL would be
Something-
60 minus 9. So it's card 51.
Something like that.
It's a Roman numeral, and this isn't Rome. Let's just put it that way. Just put the number on the card.
I know.
The
Makes-
horse is, like, to me, the horse is one of those things that's a very majestic animal. It's unbridled and unfaltered complete wildness, but at the same time, it's the complete ability to be tamed. So it's that modesty of decision making and processing that it stands for. And then the bluebell is literally, to me, like when you go into the fairy realm, bluebells is what you see, hear, and smell. It's the color of the light you go through at the door. It's what's hanging across the top of the entryway. It's what's on the other side as soon as you walk in is they feel the bluebells.
They are very earthy, and they're always very close to the ground. And they hang over like that. They're beautiful little plants.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of just what I feel intuitively. So let's read what it actually says. The time to shine will present itself in the future. So this is basically saying right now focus on your process, what you're doing, and not the result of it. Because moving forward and pushing it out there and trying to see your work right now is going to be not a good result, right? So keep focused on what you're doing and keep doing it and process it and put all those pieces together and work on whatever it is you're working on, but let it come out when it comes out. Don't force it. You know, continue working forward.
Well, wow, we could put that on next too.
Brad, since you've been drawing the last one, I'm gonna move your box over here.
All right.
So we'll have our cards in order. And I'm sorry, guys, this isn't bigger, but it's as good as I can get right now. Go grab a drink real quick.
Working it.
Tina and Ma are out.
Okay. No owls, please. No owls.
No, the owls are gone.
They're gone.
Today, it's in the day now. Owls are evening and nighttime. Hawks are your day.
Hawks.
Bless you. But I
Bless
think
you.
they're good. Okay, and Finn is still inside, right?
Yeah, I put him in his little crate because he'll run right under the fence. He's definitely a boy. He'll want to explore.
I'm surprised the girls haven't whipped him into shape yet.
Well, Finn knows how to do a guilt trip.
Yes, he does.
Be safe, paranormal. PG, stop eating trash. That's how you're getting sick.
Ooh.
I wonder how Rose would smell with myrrh.
Awesome. Both feminine.
Rose Murray.
Yuck, yuck,
All right,
yuck,
this
yuck,
is from
yuck.
Miss Heather.
Yuck, 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 yuck. And this is also. So here you can put that.
I'll show it here. So can you see it? Oh no, I can't forget. Oops, forgot. Sorry. Dumb question. I am part blonde, even if it's not natural.
Nothing about you is natural.
Really?
That smells really good together.
So it was. Oh. So.
Ma Petite, come back in here, honey.
Joy drew Seeker of Visions for Heather.
Ooh,
Seeker of Visions.
that's a good one.
It is a very good one because the
Here, Ma.
Seeker is one of the court cards in this deck. They're in tune and they are masters of their skills. Visions is a water card, and the Seeker is in tune and fairly settled in their learning and they're evolving. Now the Vision is a water card. This card has, as most water is, it has two ways to it. It can be an artistic, and it can also be a shadowy side. There's two sides to it. This particular person is sitting and playing the harp, which is a magical instrument. And the harp is actually the sound for water in frequency. So this person has the ability to sing
Tina?
with a voice, and you can lure things back, and you can change perceptions within the imagination. This could represent a particular person. It can also mean unrequited love. This is the shadow side. A sense of spiritual purpose or a desire for more artistic ways. So the character traits are idealistic, romantic, visionary, poetic, gallant, follows the heart, or it can be seducing, doesn't commit to relationships, unrealistic understanding of love, prone to flights of fancy, and not grounded in reality. So, and this is a moon time, full moon, and on a water time. So, I would say look to your illusions, but use your creativity to call forth all. But don't get seduced by them either.
You hear the owls.
That's not an owl. That's a dove. That's
Where?
a wood dove over there. That's a wood dove. The hoo, hoo,
Oh no,
hoo,
I don't
hoo.
hear that.
And the other cluck cluck?
That
That
sounds
is-
like a crow or a pigeon.
No, it's a blue jay.
All right. I
can see 'em.
pulled my card for Heather from the Alice
In
Alice the Wonderland Oracle. And I pulled card number 1,
Wow.
titled All in the Golden Afternoon. Deals with inspiration, creative spark, imagination, and conception.
Fits.
Anon, to sudden silence one, in fancy they pursue the dream child moving through a land of wonders wild and new. In ancient times, we did not think an individual was responsible for their creativity. More so, a person blessed with creative genius, a divine spark, or a brilliant idea was thought to have been visited by a muse, genie, or other spirit that could inspire someone with ideas that were longing to be born in the world. At the very beginning of the Tale of Alice, there is a poem, a preface, which portrays the moment the author was begged to create a story. This card represents the time immediately before Alice's existence. There is no rabbit hole, no Cheshire Cat, no Mad Hatter, no Queen of Hearts. There is only the urge to tell a story. So it is with you at this moment. A spark of inspiration is about to descend upon you. A wondrous tale is asking to be told through you. This surge of imagination can take many forms. It can be a creative solution to a problem you are experiencing. It may mean using visualization to improve at a physical activity, or painting a picture with a new technique or a fresh perspective. Whatever form it takes, you are actively telling the story of your life with every word you speak and creating the story in action with every move you make.
Right in, yeah.
What wonderlands can you create when you allow yourself to be open to the genius all about you and invite it to come into the world through you? You are imaginative. You are creative. You have that spark within you. Whatever it is you wish to do, paint, draw, sing, write, dance, do this creative, vital, brilliant, life-bringing thing. Who knows what creations you can bring forth? Why not begin to discover the possibilities today? It is time to create. An imaginative idea. Inspiration takes hold. Talent and ability. The muse touches down in your life. Get ready. Huh.
I like that. It fits. It's all as one.
And for you, are you going to pull?
I pulled first.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And so it is.
Yeah, interesting. So it sounds to me like Heather needs to take a walk into the Feyland and get some creativity rolling,
Well, that's
but
right,
not
the
get
bluebell,
completely underneath it all. Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause it sounds like creativity is the main theme here.
Is she a creative person?
I don't know her at all.
Oh.
No idea.
Oh. Okay,
If
Heather.
you-
This is.
Yeah, so Heather, if you are creative, take it up a notch and finish something. And if you're not creative, you need to do something creative.
Tina?
That VG attacked her, like full speed.
All right. Well, is that it for
I
today?
think that's it
Time
for
to
today.
cook,
We have done a full, just over 2 hours. It looks like.
What a fun time. What
yeah.
more did we discuss some topics?
Always.
I
Yes.
know,
This is exactly what it is supposed to be.
I learned so much. I really do.
Me too. Just, low key, hanging out, talking, couple tarot. The tarot was, somehow we always end on tarot. I think that's just going to be a thing.
Yeah.
And perhaps we'll continue that regardless of how many people are here. Near the end, we'll do 2 or 3 reads and already pull a card. I like that. But yeah, we hit a lot of stuff. We got a lot to research and learn for the next one. Learned a lot from Unexplained too. And what Paranormal sent last night about Santa Muerta. Saint Martha.
Saint Martha.
See that? We need to bring Victor and Luis also, because I know the Orishas, I know the broader aspect, but I do not know anything. I am a sponge and a neophyte when it comes to um, their past and all that. And I'm willing to learn. It is not what I am called to, but I need to honor it properly.
Yeah. That's kind of the same thing that I've been thinking about. I want to, in general, not with that specifically, but I like to learn it and know it and have the pieces of it, even if it's not my path. I want to know.
I mean,
or experience it.
Yes, and within our circle, we've got just about every kind of fast covered, and so we can participate and know that there's someone who is versed that can lead, and do it with care and heart.
Yeah.
Thank you all for spending time with us on this Sunday morning. This has been awesome.
Yes, and for whatever celebration that you are celebrating today, we are all diverse and we are all connected. We have more of the same than we do that we are different, and we need to be kind and surf the energies, man. Because get your surfboards out and do it. It's energy is crazy off the walls. If you feel lost, you're not alone.
Yeah.
Everybody is going through that. So just ground, put your feet down, or get the surfboard out and
ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Yep, and I'll just end with Heather. I'm glad it fits. Very fun to do. I enjoy doing the tarot like that. It's not our standard, and just kind of is happening. So that's the best way to do it. We are going to go in, I think, and do some meeting and cooking and stuff, and I'm going to hopefully get... Hey! BG was trying to run off with a card.
No cards.
So if you enjoy this, or if you have a question or topic, please send us an email. You can get the email from the Two Pioneer Pagans, or put it in a comment here. We'll try to keep an eye for that, or once it's posted as a video, you can write a comment there. That way we can bring up some additional topics in the future. We're going to be revisiting a lot of this stuff more than once.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with the dowsing rods and...
that and the tarot and the iron and stuff, all stuff that I'm going to go back and try to do a little more research on and learn a little bit more about. We'll bring that to the table next Sunday or whenever else, and just hope you guys enjoy it and have fun. Like, subscribe, comment, all that joyous stuff, and just appreciate all of your time spending with us. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Toodles.
Blessings.